Hello everyone, and welcome to The Ghost in the Machine, a D&D live play about memory, identity, magic, and politics. I am your dungeon master and host, Ghost in the Machine.
It has been.
Yes! The plot revealed! I'm Matthew Foreman.
AKA.
We're doing great.
We're doing great today.
I'm obviously on my A game tonight.
You and me both.
I am Matthew Foreman. I'm your
How do I
host.
clip your shit?
What? Oh, yeah. Someone's clipping me over there. It's a little.
I smiled at the camera when I wasn't even on it. It's great.
I was wondering. That's why I was distracted. You're like smiling. I'm like, what's going on?
and then I realized to myself, I'm like, camera's not on me right now. It's only on Matt.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. Okay, I'm
hello.
gonna show them your beautiful forms.
I'll not respond now because that will make it even.
I almost counted down. Here they can see you now. 3, 2, 1.
Cool. Like I said, I'm not acknowledging so that we're even.
We are back for episode 48. It was our 1-year anniversary as a channel, and our 47th episode, and an absolutely insane climactic episode.
Oh, I climaxed.
Where, spoilers, they fought Dupla LaCroix and won.
Somehow.
But
Well,
at what cost?
That is a really great battle.
2 people died, so.
Player view. The log was the true hero.
That was the ghost.
What does it mean?
It's the ghost in the machine.
Like, that's how we pan out, like, at the end of each episode. Dun, 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 cuts to black.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Nothing had to change it.
What are the L-O-G? What do the letters mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's
what
right.
is
Conspiracy.
G? Is G for ghost?
It is.
The machine is a
It's
log.
L for LaCroix.
Oh, God.
It's O for...
LaCroix.
Oh,
gosh. Ooh. This is spooky.
LaCroix original ghost.
There it is.
Tonight's gonna be great.
Yeah, the code's been cracked.
Our tinfoil is on.
Before we get started, let's just go through our announcements. Who wants to start us off?
I can start off with podcasts. Check out our podcasts over on Anchor or Google Podcasts or Apple Podcasts or any Spotify or anywhere you could find a podcast. We're probably out there. Episode 46 and 47 are up. They just went live today.
Woo!
So the only one that is not up there is this episode right now. But you're watching it. Unless you're listening to the podcast and then you're not watching it. You're listening to it later. And at that point, it's already been uploaded, so... But they can't see me. I did thumbs up podcast listeners.
That's right.
Being crushed under the
Which
weight
is
of-
why we really have to cut down the hand puppet silent thing that we do for about an
Right.
hour each show.
Right.
That's really not doing it for the pod. I gotten some feedback.
I mean,
Which means you need to do it more, and you need to describe it as you
Aw, not your
Right.
sock puppets. Those can stay.
They can. Those are so loud you can hear them.
I think
I hear them in my sleep.
I think Matthew was alluding to something that does not exist on the show.
Yeah. Trying to, anyway.
Oh no.
Yeah, what else do we want to announce?
I have nothing right now.
Okay.
Dice Envy.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
Here's the
actually...
thing. There you go.
Folks, I bought these dice. Dice Envy. They have 99-cent dice every month. Liz, tell them more about it.
They have 99-cent dice every month because they believe that getting into any game that requires dice, having a hobby should not be expensive. So they have dice everywhere from those 99 cents for a full set of polyhedrals all the way through amazing fancy metal and wooden dice. They just finished a Kickstarter for wooden dice and will be doing pre-orders for those. There's a striated rainbow wooden dice that is gorgeous.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah. And they did like a mahogany one, and then they do like these guys, which I have been told roll very, very nicely.
They do. They're a good polyhedral dice that usually $11.99, and then they go down to 99 cents. They kind of feature a set and do that for the month. Limited supply, so get in there and you just pay a little bit for shipping. I got these in like a couple days after I ordered. It was like $4 and something cents, And if you use the code, use our affiliate link, you can help support the stream.
Yeah.
They also do these cool Infinity D4s.
Ooh, baby.
And they just, I think they, don't quote me on this. This is from my memory, and I might be an idiot. My coffee's not done yet. I think they have more colors of the magic missile Infinity D4s that our resident bard uses. That have little missiles on them. These are the healer ones with the little hearts that you can't see from here.
Yeah,
but
I
think
do.
They have more colors of both the metal and the
Beautiful. I love these dice.
And the metal and the plastic. That's the
heavy.
resin, excuse me.
Gilly throws a lot of magic missiles with those.
She does, and I only compound the problem by giving you a roll of stars.
Correct.
But it's so fun.
I love it.
I'm glad.
I think it's great.
That's all I got.
Awesome,
You're not doing anything.
awesome. Well,
No, and then you were going to announce something, but I didn't.
Oh, that's okay. Matthew and I are going to be on variant rolls tomorrow. Yes?
I'm not on.
You're not on
I did not respond. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am taking a step back. I need more
I
time.
missed that. I'm going to be on variant rolls tomorrow. I'm going to be reprising my role as Loretta Rain. She's your resident space mom. And that will be on MCG Mixtape tomorrow at 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
Nice.
That is terribly exciting.
The only thing I could bring up at all, not to belabor this at all, is
No.
we're very close to 25 subscribers on Twitch. And so I think that we were going to do a dice giveaway when we hit 25 subscribers, if I remember correctly.
We'll do something.
We will give you something.
Yes.
We
Pay
will give
attention
you
to
the
our
opportunity
socials.
to win.
Yeah.
Pay attention to our socials because we'll be announcing a giveaway soon.
And then, of course, always, come join our lovely selves the rest of the week.
On Discord.
I
Discord!
didn't answer,
Yes.
just subscribe.
Thank you. Where you can get to know the cast, suggest NPCs to appear in some of our shows, and get them behind the scenes, and check out the announcements on our Discord.
Yep.
That's right. That's
And as
right.
always, remember our friends at Animal Helper. So find out more about them below.
Oh, yes. Go save dogs.
Yep.
Doggos.
Do that.
Kittens.
I don't know why I wait till I'm on camera to stretch, but I do.
Because the viewers just love how sexy
They're
you are.
strapping.
They do, actually.
We just need more
Yeah.
of this. That.
No.
Just an hour.
Well then, we will start with our recap. When we last left the Prism, they had just journeyed away from an arduous century or month in the void, and
Felt like a century
entered
for sure.
entered the town of Angarad, where they met with Sovelius's aunt, who was in no state, although powerful earth sorceress she was in no state to assist them, provided them little comfort, and even less support. They moved on from there to confront Dupla LaCroix, who not only has Gilly's beloved Glitch in her clutches, in her claws, but also has sequestered away Mafanwe O'Shea, the Lady of the Meadows, through some kind of planar magic outside the arresting light, unreachable. The party confronted Dupla LaCroix in the empty town of Regret and found a mysterious kind of strange encounter where they had to wear this creature down, not kill her for fear that would not accomplish their goal, and they in so doing they summoned a voidling. Oh, you know what? Forgot. You all can take it away from there. Sorry, go ahead. I get all caught up.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mission
Gilly got
accomplished.
dominated pretty early in the fight. That did not go well for us. It was looking pretty hairy for a bit because Gilly just kept trying to kill her friends. It was sad.
Yep. My gosh.
We had a
We
lot of
managed
status
to
effects. and
fix
stuff.
you.
One day.
Yeah, and it took 2 rounds. It took 2 tries for Selena to successfully remove all of that.
Because of counterpulse spell.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. It was pretty rough too. She basically couldn't fail against my stunning, so there was no stunning, and
Yep.
Ancient Black Dragon plus 14 con save.
yeah.
And our goal was to wear her down and
More importantly,
wear down her resistances, her legendary resistances, to put it in mechanical terms.
But she wouldn't use any.
Yeah,
Right,
on any
damage
of their
wasn't
spells.
doing it, so
So-
it had to go to other things like blinding her.
But what was the
And
final
contagion,
thing that
right.
made her use her last legendary save? I forget what it was.
A suggestion spell.
Ah, yes, justice. He's very
And
suggestive.
his vampire soul?
Yeah.
That's clean.
Yeah.
None of us are clean here.
Not as such.
I counterspelled the wrong spell, and I got power word killed. Along with
Twin
Selena.
power
word
word
kill.
killed.
Yeah.
Split.
Yes.
So, but they we were able to finish her off with the voidling pretty quickly, so Selena and I lie dead on the ground, pulled away from the void.
You still have a void spine, so that's fun.
Yeah.
And you have a void diamond on your person. So in the last few moments of that encounter, Gilly summoned a voidling. Some dice went the absolute right way. It was really freaking close. Dupla LaCroix had some contingencies. She was weaker than you all remember, which gave you all some pause. She wasn't wearing her robes, and she wasn't wearing her cloak, which you both know gave her heavy resistances, which was very strange. But the voidling was able to successfully grapple her. She was not able to get away, and the Great Machine and the agents of the Great Machine appeared in the sky and sucked both of them away. And they scattered across the sky in a blaze of horror and magic and void all the way to the Great Machine, somewhere far off in Droska.
So I must say, I think that's the quietest fight we've ever had because there was the least amount of crosstalk because we were all just sitting here chewing our fingernails off.
It was intense for everyone.
The only other quiet fight that we've had that was that quiet was quiet in-game because we got that fight with Yagno done almost entirely in the silence bubble. That one was fun.
That was a lot of fun too.
So we pick back up with the Agents of the Machine. I just want to kind of highlight something here that I probably didn't even mention. So when the Agents of the Machine, those kind of liquid, almost Warforged-like creatures, are all appearing in the sky, and they're basically pulling with that machine-like noises. Gilly, you did notice that a couple of them kind of stared at you, the creator of this voidling, bringing them into the material plane, and a couple of them you noticed because it's all of your attention was there. There's no way you wouldn't see this. And from that circle in that sky, you did see a couple of them give you a very close and curious look before the hole closed up and the forces of the Great Machine disappeared. Just letting you know. So we pick back up with the mansion being decimated.
No. Why?
Welcome to your world.
Everything we do is wrong.
It's not wrong, it's just complicated.
You chose Faye.
Well,
That has nothing to do with the machine. Does
it though?
No, what? Why? No.
You weren't even supposed to be here. You're Faye. Get back to the other
I
side.
don't think you're a
You know what?
Fae. You're a
I'm
Fae
just
who
gonna-
summoned a voidling into the resting light.
You know.
And now and you brought him to your doorstep. It's getting real awkward.
Yeah, you're the only one that doesn't belong on this plane of existence. Like,
Getting real awkward. And you brought another thing that doesn't belong.
yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Just be glad they didn't take you. I'm glad they didn't take you because...
So we pick back up. Two of your comrades are dead. They're moments away from needing further treatment. What are you doing?
So Selena is like right in front of me because I pulled her to like right in front of me. I'm going to hand the void diamond that I have on my person because I don't know how many times Revivify on that thing is going to.
Oh, that's
things up.
consumed by the spell. I'm sorry.
Completely
Yes,
consumed.
that is consumed by the spell.
Okay, that does not exist anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay, and I'll say, Justice, go take that diamond off of Sibelius.
I'm on it.
And I will cast Revivify on Selena. I'll sing, "Come back to the light, come back to the light. Hold on, don't you leave us in this fight. I bid your blood to run before you come undone. Let my song keep you from oblivion. I'll sing you to life."
You get an inspo for that. That was great.
Thank you.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Selena, your soul is suspended in the void. You are inside your memory palace. You look over as a door opens, and you see a door to one of your happier memories. What do we see?
So you will actually see the inside of a tent. That staring from a laying position inside the tent, you'll see a small fire surrounded by a ring of stones, with Alric making coffee or tea over it.
As you walk past, you can see Alric. He's like, "Oh, you gotta go, don't you?"
Again.
I love you very much. You be safe. As you step forward, you just hear a and the door closes. You were brought back to life with 1 hit point.
Is Albrecht the one that coughed?
Yes.
Oh no.
Well,
I don't
she's.
like it. Go! You need to revive Sibelius.
Oh God! Just.
Yeah.
Wake up.
There is no time to waste. I'm sorry, but he's dead too.
And while she is resurrecting her, I'm going to go strip the void diamond from Civilius and move it as far away as I can.
So you just like chuck it and then jump after it.
Yeah.
He teleports away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Selena, what do you do?
Probably can't get up, so I'm going to crawl in whichever direction she's pointing.
You're just like
Yeah.
and you're crawling over and over. You do get there eventually after about 30 seconds. You're
Okay.
winded,
I
you're
would've-
wounded.
I would have like dragged her as much as I could, or had Clokey. Clokey's out. I would have had Clokey go get Sibelius.
So Clokey flies over and brings Sibelius over. You just kind of meet in the middle after about 15 seconds, 18 seconds.
Because I didn't use Clokey in that fight.
Then I would just concentrate on everything that I have, reach one hand out to Sibelius, and let Revivify go.
Okay. Sibelius, you are in your memory palace. You are protected by your memory palace because I don't believe you have any altered memories. You were suspended. You were weightless. You see a door open to one of your happier memories. What do we see?
I'm a young child back in Foggy Bottom on our estate, running through the moon apple trees, playing hide and seek with my mother as my father sits on the porch on a delightful afternoon, sipping his mint julep, rocking in his chair.
No.
So you're running, and you can hear Fedricio shout. He's like, "Oh, Sibelius, you can't go that far. You can't go that far." And you're running towards the light. And as you do, just before you do see something out of your corner of your eyes, some kind of blue, reptilian almost form skitter through the orchards as you disappear.
Reptilian.
Reptilian, yeah, I guess reptilian is the closest I could get. Yeah, more insectoid reptilian.
Yes.
Chitinous, you know.
Yeah.
Scaled
Perfect.
chitinous. Yeah.
That makes me hot.
Thanks, I hate it.
So you awaken with 1 hit point.
Dude, I'll take it one since I'm alive.
I'm making, like, the moment I see that Sibelius is awake and alive, I throw each of them a, what's it called? A first level healing word. And I put a cure wounds out of this staff in each of them. And then I'm running off to wherever I can find Glitch.
1d8 plus 6 to each of them.
12 would have helped Selena while she was revivifying, so 12 to Selena. And 7. 7, buddy.
That's fine. I got this.
I'm gonna heal us both as well, unless you have something.
No.
So I've got 2 4th level spots left, which this is a bad idea, but I don't want to die again. So we're gonna go ahead and do Cure Wounds at 4th level. So it's 48 plus 4. 8, 12, 13, 18 points plus 4 is 22. And oh, that was a much better roll. I'm sorry. 12, 25 plus 4 is 29.
So you put hands on him, you put hands on yourself, and you all see Gilly skimper away towards the kind of crater that used to be the mansion.
And then I grab his elbow and try to run after her.
I'll keep pace with her.
Keep up as best I can.
Exactly. It's like one of those escort missions in a game.
Because Gilly realized too late that machine thing all happened in the same space as where Glitch was.
Yeah, real awkward.
Gilly's kind of panicked.
Okay, so you can see the kind of it's all kind of collapsed in, and there's been a large amount of destruction in the area. But you do see there's these kind of stairs leading down that, and even though the mansion's kind of collapsed, there's still this kind of entrance into the area with a couple of pathways and such. How would you like to approach this going towards Glitch?
Gilly want us to exercise extreme caution.
Right.
We
Right.
don't know how stable the foundation is.
Or what Dupla left behind.
Right. Okay.
I will try to search that stairway for obvious mundane traps. I know I can't sense magic or anything like that, but I'm gonna try to. If that's
So go
okay.
roll perception first if you're trying to spot them.
Sure.
Guidance, if we manage to catch up.
Okay. So is that a D4?
Yeah.
It's a D4. Or I can assist, whichever makes more sense. Probably guidance, because I can't see shit right now. I'm busy.
There you go.
That would be 15, 17.
17. So you look around. One of the things that strikes you right away, even though there's a couple fallen in places and things, you do kind of go forward. You see, there's like no furniture. There's like no paintings. There's no vases. There's no couches. There's no Davenports. There's no furniture. It is an empty mansion.
Is that what it looked like when we dreamed with Glitch?
When you dreamed with Glitch, no, it was a proper mansion back then.
Okay.
And you kind of look around. That is kind of the first thing you notice. You do not see any traps.
I do not detect any traps. However, I am not attuned to the docent, so I do not know if she's left anything back magical.
Do you have detect magic prepared?
I do. So, is a ritual, if you give me 10 minutes I can do it, or if we're in a rush I can do it quickly. No, I'll just do it quickly.
This is considered a
Yeah.
Read the room.
Thank you.
I'm still out of sorts.
He literally just was dead like 30
Yeah.
seconds ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like it all starts kind of coming back to you, everything you've just gone through. You cast detect magic and you're able to look around. There is some magic up ahead. It appears to be. There's abjuration, and there's abjuration. That's all you kind of see up ahead, but it's just a faint shimmer in the room far ahead.
There's probably some sort of shielding spell over there. Abjuration.
Then let us.
That's all. And
That's it. There's not picking up anything else.
He would be able to detect Glitch, right? He's not within 60 feet then.
Yeah, you guys are just kind of in the middle area. You haven't ventured forward to where you think the aura is.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll push on.
I'll try to start because I'm light, and I'll try to pick my way kind of forward. Especially if like something's going to collapse, I have good dexterity.
Okay.
So I'll try to scout forward. A
Okay,
little bit.
go ahead and roll a stealth.
Cool.
I have a inspiration for you. Oh.
Yeah, you still did.
This
You
is
were ever
not
cured
great.
of your cough?
No.
Yeah, you have
no.
disadvantage on stealth. so it's a
Exactly. That's
straight
why I'm
roll.
rolling the one dice. I'm gonna roll. You know what? I'm gonna roll copper dice because copper has been nice to me lately.
1.
That is for stealth. That is a 20, and with my inspiration, I'm gonna hold on to it. Right? Because it
That's
lasts a minute.
Your reaction, I thought that you were going to say it was terrible.
Well, 20.
So you kind of sneak forward ahead, and it's pretty straightforward. You just kind of go around a little area, and you do kind of see someone in dark robes that is kind of sitting in a large open space with 2 fountains on either side. They seem to be sitting amongst the rubble, just on a single wooden stool, low to the ground.
Can I see what this person is, or who this person is?
Go and roll perception.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I don't like it.
Oh, that's cocked.
I don't like it.
Inspiration.
Yeah, I know. What's the inspiration dice?
D8. I don't like this. I don't like this. Don't like this.
$11.
Difficult to make out. This person's obviously concealed themselves with heavy dark clothing.
They don't seem to be affected or hurt by the collapsed. Or is this like a freestanding room, or is this like
There's rubble all around them, but they're just sitting in the middle of it.
I'm doing the classic Gilly at this point, just pointing around different directions and saying, glitch! Glitch!
Not hearing any response.
Fuck.
The commune with nature blip that I had, would this be the point in which I...
Yes.
Okay.
I will stealth back to the group and report back what I found. There is a cloaked figure ahead. I cannot ascertain their identity.
That would be the blip I felt earlier before coming this direction. Let's assume it's glitch. Until it's not, let's assume it's glitch.
Cloaked figure.
Indeed.
He can't do anything magical himself. It would have had to have been...
As in wearing a cloak.
Indeed.
Oh!
They
Just
seem
a good old-fashioned black.
I heard magically
Did
cloaked.
they seem medium sized?
How big?
Large size?
Chubby, but not large size.
It was a heavy set, medium sized creature. Took up approximately 1 5-foot square, you know. Between 4 feet
I would
and
know
8
that
feet tall.
isn't likely.
Not as such, no.
I think we should be extremely careful because I don't think that's him.
Of course.
So pull out my sword and be at the ready.
Pull up the zip zap and let us see who this is.
Okay.
Do we want to look anywhere? Is there anywhere else in this house to look?
You can look at the rest of the mansion. It's all fucking empty. What rooms are left standing? What hallways are left accessible? It's just empty.
Okay.
So I would sneak up to the doorway to where I could see the cloaked figure.
Okay.
Maybe he's
Roll
polymathed
perception.
or something?
Go with the big dice.
Kind of chubby.
Woo! I will take that. That is acceptable. That is a 26.
As memory serves, you've never met this man before. He is a short, probably 5'6", probably over 200 pounds, and his elderly has that kind of clearer, kind of soft skin to him. He has very pale skin and kind of platinum blonde hair that's thinning on top. He has he is wearing glasses and he is dressed in black robes, and he is smoking a cigarette.
Oh boy. I'm gonna walk into the room.
Okay, you all see Selena dart forward.
What are you doing?
Slowly and with purpose. Rather than
The
dart.
figure turns around.
Stride.
Oh, you're here.
I am.
Where are the rest of you?
I hate this so much. I hate everything that's happening. I hate it. I hate
You're
it.
welcome.
I hate it.
I live for it.
Matthew! Matthew!
I will.
Why did you have to fix your writer's block for this?
I'll see you stride in. I guess I'll follow suit now that all stealth has been
Yeah.
abandoned.
Oh, there you are. I was wondering how long you were all going to clump around in that little hallway there, that little vestibule, like a herd of buffalo. Is that how you sneak up on people?
Is this?
It appears to be Lord Campton.
I'll give him a quizzical look.
Are you trained in some kind of monastery for this kind of thing?
You did not sense my approach previously.
Or did I?
Do you know this person?
This appears to be Lord Campton, although obviously looks can be deceiving. What are you doing here, Lord Campton?
You pray to the traveler? I'm here to answer your prayers, of course. Our God is not an absent God.
Indeed, I stand surprised. Clearly our
I
altar...
remember being left-handed. And he switches. You see him switch his cigarette. That's right. It's been a while since I physically manifested.
Once Ghost in the Machine stats becomes the thing, Dice Burger stats, Lord Campton is ambidextrous.
That's right.
I'd be like, though this is not necessarily the outcome I was looking for, I will not look, what is the human expression, a gift horse in the mouth. This is Lord Campton. He is a member of my order.
Listen, if Alexis could squint any harder, my eyes would just be sealed shut.
Are you here to assist us?
Of course. Wouldn't be very good answering prayers if I didn't come to assist you. After you said, like, please help me or something. I wasn't really listening.
Oh my
but
god.
It was very heartfelt. I remember that much.
I do not have a heart. However, it was more hoping for aid during the combat itself, but we will take what we can get.
See, last time we sent people to help you during combat, it didn't really work out in your favor, if memory serves. They got bewitched. And since you were going up against another enchantress, you really gotta stop doing that, by the way. We figured we didn't want to add 4 or 5 more enemies to the mix. That sound good?
That would have really bogged down combat, perhaps made it take longer.
I don't think you would have survived.
And that also is likely.
Probably not. Was there someone here when you showed up?
No. But I think I know who you're looking for, and that's why I came to help.
Perfect.
course.
Which direction are we going next?
Oh, that's the fun part.
Back to the point?
Captain. No, but pretty close.
Christ.
Unfortunately, I don't believe... Well, how about you all bed down for the night, get yourselves a nice long rest, we'll talk around a nice campfire, a couple cigarettes, maybe a couple glasses of some good
Will you
brandy.
please, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's been a hard, trying day. Would you please cut to the chase and tell us where he is?
I'm more than happy to cut to the chase and tell you where he is, but I really don't think you're all ready for it.
Could you just tell us?
He's being kept by the King of Nightmares. Yeah, Dupla LaCroix is not an idiot. She knew that once... Well...
How do you physically
Contingencies.
manifest someone in
Damn
the
it.
dream world? Is it like the resting light shenanigans going from one place to another?
I'll teach you.
Oh, that's scary. Useful. Scary.
Lord Kempton is the one that taught me how to alter my appearance.
So that means that if we can go to this dreamland, I can take my magics with me versus...
Oh, we're all gonna be... Well, not me so much, but the 4 of you we're all gonna be there in your full glory with all your magic and abilities and, you know, the whole thing.
Because that's what's been holding us back from being able to check on Glitch more often.
And you're saying that we have the time is not of the essence in this moment. We have the time to prepare.
Do you all feel ready to take on the King of Nightmares?
Indeed not.
Most
Then
certainly.
there you go.
As much as I'm sure I don't want to agree with most of what this man says.
I can be ready to go in an hour. I don't know about all you guys.
Oh, God. That's what all the men say.
I'm gonna need a bit of time.
I'm a machine, you know.
I just need a short rest.
I just need a short
I
rest.
just need to catch my breath. Anyway.
Okay, anyway.
I just need to get a second wind, you know, pulling forth that mechanics. I'm bloody. No, I'm not bloody.
Wow.
Okay, flicks the cigarette. So, yeah, here to help. Love everything you're all doing. It's just terrific. So, campfire, brandy, that kind of thing. Sounds good. You did bring brandy, right, civilians?
Always.
Good.
I'll look to Selena, who obviously is very upset by the situation. I say,
Gilly.
I'm Gilly. I'm sitting next to Selena. I'll say, Gilly, if Glitch is indeed being held by the King of Nightmares, going in expended will only end in disaster. Seems as though we have time to regroup and go in at full strength.
We'll certainly hasten our demise.
Yep.
I will start gather. There was no furniture.
Oh, unfortunately not. Cleared out the place like it was going out of business.
Do you have any
Find
insights?
a place and start casting the hut somewhere.
Do you have any insights? This building, as you have observed, seems to be just a shell.
Didn't used to be. A couple nights ago, they started moving everything out. It's been slowly being abandoned. I think Dupla LaCroix's employers had given up on her. Stripped her.
Is that where her?
Employers, not employees.
You didn't think Dupla LaCroix was the top of the food chain in this little war of ours, did you?
Good Lord.
You know, I'm getting very close to, like, once Glitch is back, just going
Retiring.
to the... yeah. Just... I've had a very unsuccessful short run. I think I'm gonna cash it in. I think I'm done. I'm just... Nope. This is...
Yeah.
Gilly, I would say that your run was at least average size. Do not sell yourself short.
How really going there?
What do you mean?
Let's not.
My question is, did Justice know he was making that pun?
Did he?
Okay, great.
So that's what
I want to insight that. Did he
Oh
know
my
he was
God.
kind of
Go
screwed
ahead
up?
and roll it.
I'm gonna roll deception.
Kidding.
let's slow the narrative to
We
a
do not
grinding
need
halt.
this.
I'm like trying to reveal shit.
Wait,
10 more hours of
Matt, does this
Stop.
count as me writing? Do I get an advantage on this?
I cast invincibility. If I do this, does this give me advantage?
God.
Can you?
I'm not. Good luck.
Apparently, yeah, her supervisors, her employees, whatever you want to call them, has no more use for Dupla LaCroix. It's unfortunate, really.
So
But
now that it doesn't matter since Duplo was picked up by the machine things, lobby boys, who were her employers?
Never. My mother always told me, never give away information for free. But I won't tell you. I will show you who her employers were. Because otherwise you won't believe what I'm about to say. A couple weeks ago, I think it was, about 2 weeks ago, I offered to help you restore your memories. I know that everyone thought that whole show that you did at the temple did the job, but rote magic doesn't solve the deep magic that has affected your mind. True enchanters can erase memories from the time that you're under their influence entirely, and rote magic, like greater restoration, just doesn't do the trick. But I, being very talented in the enchanting arts, am more than willing to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, since you cut out of town without asking for my services and following up with me. Could have given you would have walked into this battle with much more information than you did. Unfortunate, but here we are.
You made choices. You chose wrong.
Chase might have forgotten about that eventually, but it felt like things were pressing and we were driven out of town.
It's all right. It's all just the journey made. So we can kill 2 birds, 1 stone here. Get your memories back and save Glitch. Isn't that a great service?
I think,
Yay.
given the circumstances, yes.
Yay. Yay.
And just
Right.
chasing. I think at that time I hadn't revealed to them like that I was part of some like shadow society.
Correct.
Yeah, so that
You
has all
didn't
come out
actually
now.
do anything wrong.
Right.
As much as we love to joke about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
we love to joke. It's not actually a mistake. You're fine.
Perfect.
It's just the story. Doesn't matter if you screw the pooch royally or feel that way. It's just a story. We're all here to have fun.
I'm good. I was just making sure, like, because Chase has a terrible memory.
You're doing fine. I just like to give you shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is what I've come here to help. And thank you for that little prayer. I don't know if I would have came if you hadn't done your little prayer. You seem to be lost in thought.
In the moment, well, I will say that I had my doubts that we were going to survive the altercation. And while many of the monks were quite devout, I never myself had felt the need to reach out directly to the traveler. I felt that was as good of a time as any.
But there was a time in your life that the traveler was all that you had. You were nothing, and you were found, broken.
I suppose when your back is against the wall, what is the term? There are no atheists in foxholes.
Yeah, it's not true, but it's a nice saying. So, let us rest. Let us sit of the ground and tell the sad story of the deaths of kings.
Tell a sad story of death seeking. That's pretty hot.
Okay. I'll pull out the brandy and stop pouring glasses or passing the bottle around.
Mm-hmm. Did we re-up all of our like rancid food?
I have the
trial
face knife.
rations.
I'll just use the face knife.
I was going to try to
Fine.
cook up something nice.
I think we did when we went through the town with his aunt.
Yeah, so
How
that's
does
just
alcohol age in the void?
How does alcohol age in the void? It's not really a thing of sustenance. So I don't think the nargles or whatever the hell I called them would have eaten the liquor. Whatever I called them. So you still got any alcohol you might have had on you.
Perfect.
Yeah. So someone gets a little fire going. You all sit around in the tiny hut, and Lord Campton just kind of sits there and smokes cigarette after cigarette, filling the hut.
Oh, smoke.
Yeah, well, I mean, you already have a camp. If you have a campfire, it already filled it.
Everyone coughing except me. Except I cough now.
All of our potions have gone away, yes.
Whatever you use, Joe.
I'm amazed at the speed of which you were able to get here.
Why would it be amazing? You just teleported.
I'm not stunned.
I thought that you needed a level of familiarity with the destination.
Who's to say I haven't been here before?
That is a story that I would like to hear.
Play your cards, right?
Dwarfers squint?
Huh?
Dwarfers squint?
They do now.
I know Gilly squints. Been squinting real hard for this whole time.
So you defeated an ancient black dragon. That's incredible.
Indeed.
I think we got lucky.
We certainly did get lucky.
Doesn't
think-
feel incredible.
I think that might explain why we were able to do it. If her employer stripped her of power, then maybe part of that was magical.
Well, for sure. She was missing a few things, I think.
She did seem to have less accoutrement than she did before.
People who play this game use an asset like a tool. Once it's lived past its usefulness, you get rid of it. You let it expire.
That would mean that whomever employs Dupla feels that she was able to fulfill whatever goals they had of her.
Or got close enough.
Or just wasn't as useful as other avenues anymore.
The return on investment wasn't good enough. They may have let us snuff out early.
The cost-benefit analysis.
I am just... What is bigger and worse than Dupla and the Voragesh and the armies of hell, like, marching on Gishari? Like, what is worse than that?
Something that can control an ancient black dragon.
The Void, like, what is...
Oh my god.
Do we need to be restored before you attempt to restore my memory?
Oh,
Is it a
yes.
risk?
You need to complete a long rest.
Okay.
For sure. It'd be really awkward for the show to end at episode 48.
Mm-hmm. You need a nice round number,
No.
like 50. You know, or,
Yeah. Ending at 50 would be okay. It's like, I had 50.
right, yeah, you got 50.
You can always pick up with different characters in a different continent. The world's big
Same
enough.
continent, just eternal hell.
Sure.
Great.
Neat.
Well, how's that different, though?
Yeah. Well, there's more devils. Less humans.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's...
It's window dressing.
Did you
Gotcha.
just refer to me as White Devil? This is how they know you.
And moving on. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna, whenever the important information has been dispersed, I'm gonna go to sleep. Take my long rest.
You all complete a successful long rest. If you so wish, Lord Campton is there to converse with.
I don't want to. I like the
Lord Campton, do you know if Francis and his sister were successful in sealing up that rift near Still Tower?
Oh, I haven't really heard. I think they were. I think so.
Perhaps you would have heard if they had an untimely demise.
Oh, I absolutely would have heard about that.
Then I suppose no news is good news in this instance.
She's very capable, Vera. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Indeed.
Francis is quite strong.
You seem to have, how would I put it, amassed or gathered very capable people. Francis and his sister. Vera?
Vera?
I suppose that is not on accident.
No, it's not.
Are they simply tools?
I think I'm having a little deja vu here. You've asked me this before. Do I care about Francis? Are they just tools to me? I'll ask you again. What difference would that make?
I suppose... Would you treat them like Dupla was treated when they outlive their usefulness? Abandon them.
I have a strong impulse to answer that question truthfully. But to answer a question, such a powerful question, so truthfully, would give away so much of what I enjoy about myself. My mystique. My enigmatic character. So, for that and for many other reasons, I would decline to answer your question. Only to say that I am Dupla LaCroix's employer's enemy. That at least gives us a working relationship.
Indeed.
I've helped others who really, truly gave me nothing in return. I've set people on a path towards freedom and self-sustaining without making a deal. What?
I love Lord Campton, but I hate Lord Campton.
Yes. I'm gonna play into the character one day.
Yes, I know you are.
Yeah, so good.
He's the kind of guy that
If he's not already one of Duke's personalities,
Right.
he'll be his own sometime.
I want an insight check, but I'm not
God.
gonna win that
Good
battle.
luck.
Not even gonna waste it. Waste the effort. The die roll.
You yourself have acquired powerful assets. Kind of looks around.
Indeed. Though I do not know if I would... What would be the term be? Cut them loose, abandon them if they became no longer useful. I think there's a difference between assets and friends.
Well, I guess we'll find out the day they no longer, if the day comes when they are no longer abused. You may not cut them loose, you may not strip them of everything. For one, you don't have the power to do that. But I have a feeling that if one of them became no longer of any use, you may not strip them, but you'd cut them out of your life. You still had your goals to accomplish. You'd move on. You'd find another party. Build a different one. Take the one who was most agreeable with you, who would still goals were still aligned. You'd press forward, wouldn't you?
Perhaps. Although I suppose there is a difference. If they needed my aid, I would still come to it. That is the difference.
Even if there was nothing in return for you?
I think that is the difference between friendship and, well, usage.
Okay. Well then, I have friends, not assets.
That is good to hear.
No.
I'm told that is what makes one, well, pardon the term, human.
Not saying Francis and Vera are friends, but I have friends.
I don't even want to know who fucking Lord Campton's friends are.
He is the best friends.
Are there any other questions before I turn in? I'm human. I need my sleep.
If you're in line with the people who are opposing Dupla's employers,
Yeah.
to what end?
Yet again a question. To remove all my mystere. Such a nosy bunch. But we do an incredible thing together, so I suppose it's only fair if I share a little about myself. I am a servant and follower of the master of the North Wind. Shadow monk. Just like him. Well, I'm not a monk. I don't do this. I don't know what this is. This has never spoken to me. It doesn't bring me joy. You know, that kind of thing he does where he comes up on people.
I can relate to that, yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. So, I do other things though. Well, my goals and Master Wind's goals are to unseat those who are currently in power, install people who are allied with our own goals. You know, freedom for people to pursue what they want. The right to associate with whomever you wish. The right to marry whomever you wish. Some of the freedoms most people enjoy in Gishari, but not all. Things like that. So, to that end, we've constructed quite the clever little web here, which you cannot be privy to, I'm afraid. Justice isn't either, so you don't have to give him that look.
How long have you been with the Traveler?
How old do I look?
Not.
We just fought the ancient and unknown. We're not judging anything by a cover.
You should look harder.
Just wondering if you saw the arresting light we put into place.
Oh, God. Oh, heavens, no. I'm an old queen. I'm not that old. No. I look very close to my age. You know, mid-30s.
I wouldn't say a day over 29.
I love you and I hate you.
Then he has seen far less than your Traveler.
Far less.
Who only was not opposed to Marissa and her arresting light.
No.
Did I know that you spoke to him?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. Or that I bought a bunch of information from Eurisaville about the Traveler that I shared with no one?
That's fair.
Yeah?
Yep.
Or that he's an old sorcerer king? No,
Yeah.
didn't share any of that with you.
That's true. Yeah, so I didn't know any of that.
Been doing a lot of nut sharing.
That's fine.
But yeah, he...
Not caring, not sharing.
It's the motto of this group, apparently.
He survived at least one change of power. I'm sure he knows how to survive another. And if he cares about you at all, you just have to stick close. You'll be fine.
Well, I haven't seen as much of the Traveler, but as you're about to learn, I do have means of seeing things. Of traveling. Witnessing things I wasn't present for. But the Traveler, yeah, was a very useful assassin during the Divine Revolution. It was a revolution, make no mistake. People who can kill were useful during revolutions. As you're all demonstrating.
Yeah, and he managed to kill for the right people during that revolution, didn't he?
For the most part. Everyone makes a few mistakes.
That's an interesting little fact drop right there. How do you know so much about the Traveler?
I reached out to him the first time you died.
Did he respond?
Of a sort. He's been on this plane of... No, because divination goes between planes. I don't know where he's been traveling from, but he never speaks for himself. He always has an emissary.
I suppose it would not do for an ancient assassin to reveal his true identity.
No, especially to someone who mostly doesn't care about him. So.
Interesting.
What we've come to find out is gods are not really gods. They're just powerful, unfortunately.
What do you mean by gods are not really gods?
Traveler was an old sorcerer king.
But
Not a
what
god.
makes someone or something a god and not a god?
A bunch of idiots who follow them?
I suppose if one becomes powerful enough, the differentiation becomes somewhat arbitrary.
That's fair, but if we don't put them on a pedestal, specifically with a Vorgash, who most would consider a god, or Dupla, or any of the other dragons, or people who are 400 years old, then
Wow.
Wow.
Personally attacked by that?
Wow.
humans that are 400 years old.
Got it.
Not things that are supposed to live that long, but things that are supposed to have much shorter lifespans.
Mm.
Not being racist, just practical. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm not even gonna go there.
But if we do not give them divine power through tribute, what's the phrase? If it bleeds, you can kill it. Traditionally, you think gods cannot be killed.
Mm. I have no opinion one way or the other.
Would we know have gods been fighting each other since the dawn of time? Have gods been dying since the dawn of time?
So I'll answer that in game. Lord Campton says with that note, he'll say, in fact, it's a truism. It is true that most gods are dead gods. Can't even name all the gods of civilizations that have risen up and fallen. Can you even name the true names of the 4 primordial gods? Most can't.
I would say no, they did not teach us.
They
I think somebody here can.
They spanned millennia's untold eons, and they controlled the world with fathomable power. Was it until they got bored and humanity was created, or whatever the hell happened? The gods came around, the gods. They warred, yada yada yada. Most gods are dead. The rest are just struggling to survive. In fact, in this world, most people only know 1 or 2 of the gods. Marissa, Moldru.
So you want to install people in power in Gashari?
Yes.
And you say to provide more equality.
Freedom.
Freedom indeed.
What does that look like to all of you?
Suppose we'll find out when we get there. Difficult to imagine the kind of things that have never existed.
And what do you plan to do about the void?
First step. Kill the people who've wronged you. Second step. Kill the people who've wronged others. Third step. Save the world.
Whoever's left to be saved after you're done with all that killing.
Absolutely. You disapprove?
Everyone feels wronged by someone.
Yes.
we truly went around solving those slights and everything like that, with violence and with murder, death, then who is left and what's the point of living?
We're talking about revolution in a country. We're talking about political classes. Do you think I mean that we're going to go around stabbing everyone who forgot to pay a fine or broke up with the girlfriend at the wrong moment?
Where's the line?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Because you've killed people. You were wronged by Dupla LaCroix. You came across through space and time, across a boat. She's not dead, but she's trapped forever in the Great Machine. She's basically dead. So do you tell me where you draw the line? I know where I draw the line.
You keep your line to yourself, and I'll keep mine to myself then.
So, that's the gist of it. Kill the right people, save the right people, build the world we want to see. The exact same plan as anyone else. Anyone else who tells you differently is lying.
And vague enough so that no one could see too much into why there should be anything wrong with that.
It's a secret society. We've survived this long by keeping our secrets secret. Fortunately, our enemy does not allow us transparency.
Your society and members and membership thereof, the secrecy of that is not what I'm talking about. The vagueness of this plan and how it gets enacted and what that means for people afterwards and how you deal with annihilation of the void. That's the vagueness that I'm talking about. How would any of us, or anyone else for that matter, know which future looks better? For them, for anyone else? If nothing is being discussed, bandied about.
It is being discussed.
By whom? In the shadows, behind closed doors, where no one else who it will affect has any knowledge or say in the matter.
Would you like me to hand out flyers in the presiding? Would you like to be brought in? I don't remember being consulted about your assault on Dupla LaCroix.
We don't know who else to fucking talk to.
But you didn't go around asking for a quorum, consulting committees, going to the public things that you have access to. So
You know what? You're beating around things on purpose, and I am tired of all of this. I don't sleep, but I'm going to bed.
So it's a standard that you hold me to, but not you.
You're full of shit. And you know it.
I don't think I am.
I like how
The
we're in
arguments you're making
we're in this 10-foot hut.
are
There's
going in
nowhere
a
to
goddamn
go.
circle. The arguments, the conversations, arguments, the statements you're making, you're going around in a circle. You're not actually addressing anything I'm bringing up. So, good night. Get your sleep.
I look forward to your pamphlet on revolutions.
Just sitting in this small hut that we can't get out of.
Just reading through my book,
Like
listening.
It's like as
intently.
your parents are fighting downstairs and you're trying not to listen.
Well, I am regrettably human, so I'm going to go to bed now.
Enjoy your sleep, Lord Campton.
I'm going to tune my violin.
And he
As long as it's quiet.
stamps away.
Ah.
That's nice.
Gonna quit tuning my violin.
I'll say, Gilly, though his methods are shrouded in obscurity, the only reason that my order has survived this long is by not sharing this information. It's called compartmentalization.
I never
If someone's
asked
compromised.
who he works for. I never asked who he works with. I don't need names.
You inquired about his plan.
I'm tired of all of the bullshit where people just continue to give us just enough information to get us to do what they want us to do. And we keep turning around the moment we think we've made any headway towards anything, and we find out, no. New shit, worse shit, just a different look. Just someone else's face. Just something else that's a problem. We're getting nowhere.
Gilly, we just killed an ancient black dragon. If you
To what end? The void's still coming. Nothing else is happening. She's apparently not even at the top like we thought she was. There's more people up there. There's worse things going on. What is the point?
I mean, if we'd done
What are we
nothing-
doing?
We are taking one step at a time. We have removed a powerful foe. The blood moon is in
We are
10
going
days.
the wrong way on a moving staircase.
Which direction would you recommend that we move? That Dupla LaCroix was still alive to
I just want
pursue her
somebody to flip the goddamn switch, put it in the other direction so that we can make some actual headway instead of being lied to and used and having things obfuscated constantly. People talking around us in circles.
I believe
Then
that...
if that's how we're going to be treated and used, then why even bother?
I suppose we should allow the void to consume the planet then, because we are not being shown the greater picture.
Hell, to take over the continent. I mean,
We are on
what's the other direction?
We are on
What
the
are
precipice.
we actually doing?
Well, we are on the precipice of having items of great import revealed to us by a powerful player, and then going to
I'll
save
believe
your
that when
boyfriend.
I see it. I'll
Well,
believe that when I see it.
perhaps it will be in 6 hours once the humans have had a chance to rest.
Human. Well, humans, I guess.
I know that this is an emotionally trying time, but we are making headway. We just spent 1 month in the void, crafting a powerful weapon to stop a general of hell. If that is not the right direction, I do not know what is.
I don't know that any of this will make you feel any better.
She's awake. She's like right next to me.
You
I mean,
guys
I'm not
making
surprised
all
with
of
this.
this
Yeah.
noise.
That's why Lord James didn't vamp out.
Do you sleep with your eyes open? Is that normal?
Yes. I only think that we are not going through this existential crisis that you have because he's 400, almost 500 years old. He had this crisis a long time ago, and when you're in the military, they beat it out of you.
Just a bit.
And there's not only that, I think that there's hindsight being 20/20 and having it be, 2,000 years away. Marissa was probably a pawn in some of these same machinations. There's a giant machine that's running the world that we don't even know about, that people thought was a myth, but it's run by blob men.
The technical name is putties. No.
After 10,000 years,
Not really.
That's the ultimate bad guy.
So the putties that are really running the world.
Point of order, we haven't actually discussed any of that, and you two were dead for all of it, so you probably don't actually know what
Okay,
happened.
well, let's not belabor that.
But
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So let's assume that there was no voidling when I woke up. So let's assume that it worked. There's a machine that we don't understand, but somehow seems to exist.
Yeah,
But no one knows where it is.
somewhere.
The DM narrated those in Droska.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Droska being the size of like half the planet.
Right.
But there's a machine
Somewhere.
that's evidently as powerful, if not more powerful, than an ancient dragon, which is what pretty much consumes and controls Gish. So, let's assume that there are things that are more powerful, and let's assume that they've been pushing around ponds for a much longer time than you and I. We are not the first. We will not be the last. The world has survived all of it.
Land of Summer Forever hasn't.
I mean, tried this.
Awkward.
But do we know that? I mean, yeah, sure, it was taken by the void, but there's so many things that we've seen that what if the void is just something people don't understand, so they are afraid of it?
What have we... Is that what you got out of the last month?
I'm not saying you shouldn't be afraid of it. I'm just saying that no one understands it, and that's a problem and cause of fear. What happens if someone actually understood the void and was able to control it and make it give back what it's taken or rebuild what it's taken?
If it is possible. The void could be like a flame.
But the thing is,
Consumes.
Just had 2
Nobody
months with a
knows.
person who was in the best position that we know of to talk to us about that.
I mean,
Unfortunately, we were performing skill challenges in order to get so we didn't have a lot of
Those
time to
feats
talk.
are so seductive.
He was working. I will say when I was in the military, often as a point of punishment, they would make us do menial labor, digging long trenches and whatnot. And though when isolated into your own minute piece of work, it might have seemed that you were making no progress, the collective could do great things, move literally mountains. I would think what we are doing is no less. It might seem as though we are, what is the term, spinning our wheels. But I believe that we are making progress, and, well, the fruits of our labors are demonstrable.
And in 2,000 years, when you have the same perspective as Marissa and Dupla LaCroix, who knows where you'll be? I certainly won't know. I certainly won't care. But you now have literally all the time in the world.
Do Archfey live forever? Half Archfey? I guess.
Archfays are, yeah.
Yeah.
Full Archfays are immortal, yes. Matt is at least 1,400 years old.
That's pretty hot.
More, actually.
I recommend.
At this rate, I highly doubt I'm going to reach that.
Correct.
Well, you're the only one of us that can find out.
And perhaps myself.
I meant I think we're all going to die before that happens. Before I get a chance to live longer than, like, I would have.
Oh.
Till you eat out of there?
For the immediate future, I would recommend those who require sleep to get it. And perhaps us that do not allow them to get it. As I tune my violin.
That's my move.
Ink.
Cast silence over both.
I will enter a, what would you call it, a meditational state.
Alright. Is there anything anyone wishes to do before the morning?
No, I probably would just check in on your cerebral so I knew she was still there. But nothing, no substantiated conversation unless there's something she wants to tell me.
She says, I am still here.
Can I have a scene with Sevilius' spine?
Hmm?
Can I have a scene with Sevilius' spine?
Unfortunately, it can't talk
That I don't know is there.
yet.
Yet.
Gosh, I hope it goes into spikes. It's bad.
Oh yes.
Spikes.
So I wouldn't have had that 6th spell slot until the morning, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I couldn't greater resto this one.
Imagine I was
Because you
coughing
still
my
get that
way.
cough.
Not gonna do this.
So, you're all able to complete a successful long rest. You awake in the morning. Lord Campton is there. Did you all rest well?
Indeed.
Are you
Good as I
still
could.
coughing and squishy?
It would seem so.
Thank you, Samtastic, for the host.
Hey.
Thank you.
That's the word I'm looking for.
He says, so, just just gonna need a couple of things from y'all before you pray to your God and you flip through your silly little book. You over there, I'm going to need the dream spell from you. Believe it or not. And I'm going to need you to have a magic circle prepared. I'll take care of the heavy lifting.
For the traveling, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if I can cure him of his squishiness first.
Oh. Didn't you say something earlier about, like, not being something? But you're coughing.
It was a side effect of the exposure to the void.
The void. Go ahead.
I'm going to try and greater restoration.
Roll a d6.
Oh god.
Which
Fix
D6?
me. Whatever. The metal one on top.
That one?
Roll well.
So basically, each thing of greater restoration is subtracting corruption points from him.
Oh, okay. That's how that works.
That is what's happening.
That's what
That's
I assumed
clever.
after we...
And once you fall below a certain threshold,
It's a 1.
that's all you needed. He was literally at the threshold. So you.
Oh, I don't breathe.
But you need to know that you have 4 corruption points still on your body.
Still?
Yep, you are below the threshold of minor corruption. 1 more corruption point will corrupt you. Again.
Okay.
How
Let
many
me add it.
corruption points do I
Would that be a thing I...
0. You're cured.
Would that be a thing I'd recognize, feel, understand?
Yeah, pretty much. You can feel that. Remember, it's like what would we describe before? Knots. You know, you can feel the knots inside of him. You kind of get the last one out, but you know he still has some infection to clear.
Okay.
I thought I was the one with the wisdom of 4.
I will say, I feel as though I am back at fighting strength, but
Tomorrow we'll get rid of the rest, if you can survive that one.
well, hopefully the trip into my stolen memories will not destroy me as a creature.
Otherwise, we sit here for an hour so I can get my 5th level spell slot back.
I do not believe that would be necessary.
So I can do the dream spell. Otherwise, I can't do that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Justice.
Who's
Do you
the
have my
toning?
diamond?
What?
Oh yes, I was holding on to it for. I was holding on to it for safekeeping.
Thank you.
I should probably give you back the Ring of Spellstoring.
Cool, yay!
And then...
Here's the wand of fireballs.
Perfect.
Not a fan of that.
I will keep that one on my person, because that's probably... that one or Winged Boots in Dreamland.
He's fantastic.
I mean, maybe we could fly in dreams. I don't know.
We could do whatever we want in dreams.
Why is the... Where did the ring of spellstoring go off of my character?
Oh, I deleted it from the internet.
Click on equipment under attunement if it's still in your inventory
I'm
list.
just like, why is it not showing up as an option for me to attune to? It's weird.
Dreaming is such an odd concept. You guys are
Now it's
unconscious,
happening.
but you experience things that are not actually there, and yet they are. Apparently.
So, from having spent time in the dreamscape,
Yeah.
There we go.
do you... Would I give myself extra fireballs, or would I get the ability to fly?
Is this an attunement question?
Yeah.
Fireballs. Flying's actually pretty easy in Dream World.
Okay. So that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Do I already have these, at-will abilities because I have willpower? Maybe.
We'll find out, but yeah, fireballs are better.
Perfect.
One.
Would you be able to put shield back into the ring?
I will.
Thank you.
You could even done that last night if you had the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
that's
one
what I
slot
was
left.
asking
Yeah.
if you...
So I
yeah.
did it last night.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
If there's a second level spell we need, I can put it in there. But I was assuming if you have diamonds left that you're probably adding Revivify.
Well, I'd have to do that today, which means I'd be down a 3rd level spell today.
Mm-hmm.
So I had one...
I could do that, but, yeah. I feel like maybe something else in there would be better.
I would say we go into whatever we're going to face up full strength. That is not in the ring.
Right.
Is not in the ring.
Last night I had a 3rd level spell slot left.
Oh, if we were doing that, then you could.
Yeah.
Is there something you would have wanted to put into it? What is that?
I'm just laughing at like a first level spell cast at 3rd level. Like what's the most useless spell you could put into it?
Because otherwise I put a shield and a healing word. Shield from you, healing word from me to put back into it. I was just going to put 2 more healing words, and maybe that was... Oh, and from a short rest, I could put another healing word in there.
Could she put Revivify?
Unless... No, she doesn't have Revivify.
So I could do a 3rd level healing word if you wanted that, or a 3rd level cure wounds.
Dispel magic?
Dispel magic, maybe?
That makes
I
most
could
sense.
definitely put a dispel magic in there.
Alright, let's do that.
Cool.
Do
We'll
we,
have
then
a
do we
dispel
want me
magic.
to also have dispel magic in here? Yeah, I'll keep that. That seems wise.
There we go.
What spells am I
There we
going to
go.
prepare for that?
Alright,
Punch.
cool. Perfect.
There
You actually have spells, you just don't prepare them.
I do. They're just innate.
You also have weird abilities that you didn't use. Anyway.
And the dispel magic's at the 3rd level.
Perfect.
Because I had used on my
And
first,
that's-
They
my
they
fist,
just
on my
add
second.
flat bonuses
Yeah.
to my
And
stuff.
that's a plus
And
4,
then-
right? Your modifier?
Is
You
there
knew
a
about
spell
this when I
magic?
handed them to you.
Because you have to roll to dispel.
What?
So if I roll, what's the modifier I'm using? A plus 4?
Click on the larger description.
No, God, did I miss?
Oh my god, you didn't read your item.
I did, I thought.
There was an ability.
Oh, that one!
When
Yeah.
she dispels magic, it's with a plus 4, right?
Yeah.
So,
Just
is
making
it,
sure I
is
have
it
that in
my
the-
wisdom
in the
or
notes.
wisdom plus proficiency?
Wisdom.
It's just wisdom, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're just wisdom.
You think?
I'm so
Here we go.
sorry.
You suck. That's shame.
I was really stressed out. I remember that one. That one was really good. I forgot.
What are you not looking at, right?
Feel Matt, don't tell
Oh,
anyone.
no.
He's a mess. Anyway, so now that we've done all our bookkeeping and
You
we're not
suck at
boring
this
now.
game. It's really bad.
No, really?
Not like forgetting like let's say you forgot you had counterspell for an entire fight. It's not
Right,
like
right.
a 10. But
It's like an
a
8.
10 Gilly forgetting she has counterspell is like a 7.5 and 8.
It's like an 8.
Anyway, we'll find out later with the ability.
This is one of your special abilities?
It's new. God. I use suggestion. That one for I've never used that one before. Had that one for a while.
Oh, boy. Was it from your bracers?
Yeah.
Actually, he's actually training. He's like, actually, I'll do the magic circle if that's okay. I want you all to be prepared, but I'm not going to do dream. It's very important that I not be the one who do the dream.
Okay.
I could cast that spell, but it's not a good idea.
This is the memory restoring thing, right?
Yes.
Oh.
So, first step is cast Dream on Justice. Well, you draw the circle. Or no, I draw the circle.
Just unprepared it.
Sorry, because I'm giving you a small mercy at the last minute.
Small.
I'll give him 16 temp hit points with my speech.
17.
Correct.
Anyway.
Because we leveled up,
Yep.
yes. No, it's 17 now.
So he draws a magic circle all around you, and you all step inside of it.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. So, you will cast Dream on him. And he kind of moves you to the top of the circle, you know. And he says, we're all gonna stand in this inside this little circle here. We'll all link arms. Once Dream is cast on Justice, I'm going to plane shift you into his mind. I will act as an anchor, and you can, if you all inside the dreamscape, link arms in a circle, and all think about it, you can appear back to where I am. Only works once.
So, you're going to plane shift Justice into his own mind.
No, we're going into Justice's mind and then we have to find him, I'm assuming, and then come back out.
I'm plane shifting the 4 of you into the dream world, to the dreamscape,
Oh,
using him as a conduit.
that's okay.
And we're going
Should
to
be
use
interesting.
his dream to explore his memories that he does not have anymore.
They're there. They're just hidden. You'll be in his memory palace.
How does everything work in there? Since it's his dream, if he's afraid, do things change?
Well, yes. And it's
he,
important to remember, it is mostly his dream. It's mostly his mind. But as we've discussed, things have been in there. And he kind of pokes the air like this.
Right.
So there are problems.
Right. So can we fly?
Oh yeah, it's like being in the astral plane. You know, if you've ever been.
Totally.
That seems like a decent day trip that I would have had as a child, yeah.
I mean,
I bet.
just a regular getaway.
Yeah, you can kind of, try to, but you are killable. You are literally, your bodies are literally in another dimension.
Okay, the last question I have is this normally only lasts 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if we're there longer than that?
You're fine. The dream spell only opens the conduit to the dreamscape. I am pushing you through that conduit. You're just opening the door.
Okay, are we ready?
Don't die. If you die in your dreams, you die in real life.
I apologize in advance for anything that you see in my memory palace. I have no control over its construction or its
What does
contents.
your memory palace look like?
I do not. Well, we will see how you perceive it.
Alright.
Fix up your house. And then, you're going to want to find Glitch and Gilly. Somewhere in your memory where they're both existing. You're going to want to look for a way out.
Look for a way out.
Either... Well,
Glitch is in his memory palace?
Glitch is in the dreamscape. His memory palace is in the dreamscape.
Oh, got it. Doorway.
It's
Okay.
a whole nother dimension in between everyone's minds that
So-
that everyone is connected to.
So we're doing 2 things. First, we're in his dreamscape memory palace.
Memory palace.
And we're going to find your memories. And then we're going to go find a memory of me and Glitch. So that we get Glitch back.
Well, more like we're traveling to the domain in which they're keeping Glitch in the dreamscape.
Well, the best way to enter it, though, is in your own palace. It's safer.
Indeed.
It's okay.
And
I've
we'll
got a
have to
compass. We'll be fine.
Fight the
I've got a
frickin'
compass.
king of nightmares.
Well,
Yay!
try making a deal with him. He's very hospitable.
A deal? Wait, what do we need to know about dealing with this king of nightmares?
pushes us
What is
through.
this?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, he's pliable. Bring him something he likes.
What's he like?
Not here.
Really good luxury goods, powerful magic item.
Let me look around.
Hey, we've got some of these blood ropes. We never did anything with those blood.
What about the sword, like swinging around the sword of sorrows?
Here you go.
What about this piece of shit?
We really do have those blood ropes, though.
We do.
You also have, like, the golden star robes.
Mm.
And the white mask and the hang. You got a lot of shit. So, are you all ready then? So yes, fix your house up first. You don't want to wander away from your memory palace and your mind palace without it being in proper shape. It's a really bad idea. Find, I would say, the memory when Glitch and Gilly first met. That's probably a good one. And then, Gilly, you're more stable. You'll have to choose. Who does? Yeah, no, it's gonna have to be you, considering Glitch's current form. So, when you find Gilly inside your memory, jump on in.
Sounds simple enough.
Welcome to the Ghost in the Machine. Memory, identity, magic, and politics,
I'm gonna say
all
it
wrapped
again.
in one.
I'm gonna say it again. I love you. I hate you.
Thank you.
She says that to me every day.
Yeah. She texts me constantly.
Yes, it's true.
Just a picture of a gun.
Soon.
Listen, if you think I don't have one under this table, you're all wrong.
That's right. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Do you need anything else?
Is he the only one with still modified memories of the 4 of us? Because going into this dream world,
Well, the good thing is if you jump into Gilly's mind, you'll find out. I don't personally know. I don't think so.
and we're still pretty sure the 2 of us hasn't been.
You two are fine. Well, your memories have been altered by the void because you died. No fixing that.
Great.
I love this. Let's just go. Come on. Who was it? Let's go to a little romp. Let's go to a little romp in my
So
brain.
you all join hands and he casts Plane Shift.
Ah.
After you cast Dream, you go and mark that off, and
Oh no.
you're all launched forward.
Here comes
No more 5th level slots. Don't do anything stupid, guys.
Oh, we're doing something really stupid. The King of Nightmares.
You arrive in a void of endless starlight,
Yeet!
where you see these star-colored, white, bright outlines of houses and palaces and homes and domes, forests and trees, all manner of domiciles for different creatures of different kind. The one you sit in, well, what does it look like?
I would imagine it to be, well, actually, it would probably be one of those honeycomb structures that the Warforged naturally build. It is a series of interconnected cells, interlinked cells, interlinked. Yep. But it is relatively, well, I normally would keep it neat and orderly.
Okay. So you're in this kind of honeycomb-like structure, which you have all been inside once before in Clutch Auroras. You can feel that your bodies are kind of weightless. And although you are in the void, you are protected. You don't feel that kind of weird under-the-skin feeling in the void. You're not being afflicted by corruption or void sickness. What is the room that they are in? What does it look like?
I suppose this would be a library, if this represents my memories. It will be walls, floor-to-ceiling shelves with multiple books organized by color.
Okay.
Are there any that are out of place?
I would imagine that if my memories have been modified or damaged, then yes, the organization would be messed up or some would be even missing.
How's the bookshelf look?
Roll investigation.
I will assist with that.
I will guidance.
What you get?
Add a D4, Sevilius.
19 plus... Where's my investigation?
Because you're trained, but your int is 10 now.
Yep. And I didn't roll well.
What's your total Sevilius?
So mine would be a total of 28.
Wizards.
Also,
Yep.
those are organized by color. Please do not misorganize it as they start to poke around in it.
Okay. Oh, you are level 11. I have the action tracker on. Did I erase the blood wound count?
Yeah, I think it was
now
13.
it's only 9.
It is 9 now.
No.
29.
Wait, what?
29?
Why?
Because you traveled?
Because we were sleeping.
It went from
We've
13 to
taken a
10
lot of
to
rest.
9.
All of our shit has recharged.
So,
2 days.
you are able to search and you're kind of going through. What are you telling them to help? You know, so here's how it works.
Okay.
You know the moments that your memory was modified. There are pretty much 3 key moments that you're looking for. The meeting, the kind of kitchen table meeting that you were sitting outside of bound in a chair, where you heard those ladies talking about the plans and everything.
Yeah. And
that was kind of hazy. That was also around the time when the time when you leaped from the waterfall. You don't really know what happened after that in the island with those people.
Okay.
And then your time with the turtle monks. Those are the three kind of key parts of your life to search, I think.
Okay. Then I suppose there would be a gray book, a blue book, and a green book missing from the shelves. But I have a feeling where they would be in the structure.
Okay. Go and roll go and roll intelligence plus proficiency.
18 plus 19, 20 plus proficiency, 24.
Okay. Let me check my notes here. So you're able to help Sevilius along because he's really not quite sure. Yeah. Okay. And the first book you find, I believe, is the blue book.
Okay. That book would be the one that is representing the time I left from the waterfall.
Yeah.
So, do you know how to do this? Do we touch it?
So we found the book that's missing. It was misplaced. So
Well, you just find the book. It was misplaced. Absolutely. Yeah.
okay. I will open the book. Try to
You all kind of fall in, and you're all 4 of you now falling on through a waterfall.
This is a level of Voldemort shit I'm not prepared for.
This is so
Yeah,
cool.
here we are.
This is so cool.
This feels
So-
very Psychonauts.
Thank you. Yeah, cool. I never got to play that game, but I thought it was very good. You know, I heard a lot of good things. So you're all now falling from, and you can hear this kind of hissing all around you as you kind of float across this waterfall that is. You land on a stone island, and around you
Oh no.
are snake people.
Yes,
I need
yes.
everyone to roll initiative.
Yes!
Twisted and deformed by nightmare magic, these Yuan-Ti surround you.
Yay,
Okay.
nightmare snakes.
Yay,
No.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Are we actually going to roll the saving throw for the psychic damage of Dream if they're for the nightmares? Or
Oh no,
is it
they're not the.
just-
They're not the. You none. Not quite. Not quite.
Okay. Just let me know if that comes into play because it's like a DC 17 because I have my shit together.
You can try to do that while you're persisting. You can try to kind of whip that dream magic at them if you want. As like an action.
I was worried about them using it on us.
Oh, understood.
Yeah.
So, all things are possible in the dreamscape.
So
You can see
That was a production.
4 different creatures, 1 to the left,
Ooh, no.
and then 2 to the right, 1 to the
Why?
on the island. And this waterfall is falling. You're kind of falling on this very precarious kind of ledge kind of thing. Everything's kind of slanted. You're in like a landing, and then the waterfall will carry on.
And that's
Why
that
you do
way.
this, Matthew?
This is so cool.
Why you do this?
This is my dreams. He has no control over this.
Buying into the illusion. That was.
Oh, amazing.
that's not how any of this works.
It's not.
It really isn't.
It's really not. It's all me.
I have 3 Eldritch Blasts now. Pew pew pew.
Excellent.
Nice.
Lasers.
Great. I don't have any songs prepared for whatever the hell this all
Oh,
is.
it would have been him. I'm an idiot.
You said it.
Quick dream songs. What am I doing?
I can't believe I forgot the virus.
Weaver.
You are deeply stupid.
I am deeply stupid. I can't believe it. That would have been useful.
I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about it. It's like all I can think about. Wasn't enough.
It's like 7 years from now.
Yeah, I have your deathbed.
That game that we played like 7 years ago?
Speaker. Okay, 25-20, folks. Okay,
Yeah.
2015.
19.
Great.
15-10.
12.
13. We're doing great. The monk
Justice.
going last.
7.
Yay.
I rolled a 3, guys. I'm
Listen, your
sorry.
dice are punishing you for your errors in misremembering your
I'm in my
things.
dream.
So that thing should only last, I think, about a minute, that thing.
Mhm.
And then should only be usable once per...
It says once per dawn
Good.
on it. Yep. Lasts indefinitely. Once per
Top of the round, the abomination is going to go. You can see this kind of very tall and well-muscled snake that is large size, wielding a large scimitar, but has these kind of nightmare tendrils stretching all around it. It's going to slither forward.
Oh my god. I can do a thing.
This is who my mom invited my 6th
No,
birthday party.
actually, yeah, you're all right there. It's going to send it's going to cast a spell.
Counterspell.
It fizzles. And you can see it kind of.
Not today, Snake Satan.
It's going to move up there, and that is its turn.
Snake.
The other
Snake
Hisek is going to go, and they're going to step forward.
Slither forward.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
And hey, you just counterspell the abomination. They're going to attack you.
Yep, I know. Great.
So they're going to lead with their construct attack. That's cocked. It's good, but it's cocked. Oh, single. Okay. 22.
In what world do you think that doesn't hit?
I announced the numbers for the show, the people watching. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled, you are restrained.
So 11 halved to 5?
Yes. Yep. Mhm.
Okay.
So they wrap around you with their tentacle, and you are restrained or grappled.
No.
You can use your action to escape, or if you have a teleportation spell.
Restrained and grappled. Yay.
It's going to then make a bite attack at advantage because you're restrained. Okay. Even with that's a 16.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, you're going to take 7 points of piercing damage, and then that's not double. It's not crit. 10 points of poison damage.
So how many piercing?
7, so 3, and then 10 points of poison. And then
Right.
Scimitar attack at advantage. That's going to hit. 10 rolls before. Even higher. You take 11 points of slashing damage, reduced to 5.
Okay.
So it wraps around Gilly very quickly and bites into it. And as it does, it brings out a scimitar on the other shoulder. And you can see she's completely restrained and taken aback. And she's trying to fight off each piece. Civilius!
Alright. Seeing Gilly in danger, I will pull my sword, go into blade song, and attack with boom blade.
Okay.
18 on the dice.
That hits.
And my damage is increased. Now, do you need it separated?
Nope.
I still rolled really low. 18. 21 points of 5 piercing thunder damage, and they are wreathed in a booming energy.
They certainly are. As the blade strikes into them, you can see the thunderous energy coalesce around their form. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Gilly!
Hey, presents.
It has resistance, so it's going to roll twice, but
Damn it.
doesn't have a very high bonus, though.
All right.
No, but... Nope. They're charmed.
Yes. All right. Good.
End of your next turn?
Correct. And I say, release me and go attack that thing.
Alrighty.
Like, go over there. I don't think it'll attack that thing, but I want it to go.
Yeah. So you say release me and go. Got it. And go attack, seeing if it will.
Yay.
Alright, that's your action.
Yep, and I'm going to, just... Still restrained by this thing.
You
It's
are,
not great.
unfortunately, to the top
Not
of its
great.
turn. It will
Not
release.
great. Not great. So I'm gonna bonus action heal and work myself.
Actually, I will say you could probably let go of a grapple off turn.
We think is a free
Is
action.
a free action, right?
Yeah, I think you can just let go. It's just gonna let. For now, I'll look it up later.
Okay.
It lets you go instantly.
Yay!
Yeah, pretty hot.
Okay, good. I'm still gonna. Well, actually, I'm not gonna healing word myself. I'm looking at it. I'm like, well, the temp helped a lot. I will. Oh, I don't know how Cloaky does in the dream world. I have Cloaky in the dream world?
Yep. It's a magic
Okay.
item. You.
Right.
This is a plane shift. It's not.
Right.
It's not in your mind. You are literally in another dimension right now.
Right.
It's a trippy dimension, but it's a dimension.
And he's immune to psychic damage, right?
Believe so. He's pretty sturdy little guy.
Okay.
You don't have to have him out if you don't want to. It's a bonus action.
I'll put Cloaky out as a bonus action then.
Okay.
And I will ask Cloaky. Oh no! I don't need Cloaky right now. I
Yeah.
won't put Cloaky out as a bonus action. I'll just fly up.
Okay.
Can I just fly up?
Yep.
I believe I can fly.
I can fly.
You
and
fly
I will
away
raise
from them as
myself
well?
up.
You fly away from them as well,
You know what?
or no?
I'll just go straight up.
Okay.
I just don't want to be within
20
like
feet?
easy slashing range is all.
All right.
And I have 25 feet of movement.
Yeah.
I'll just go 25 feet up, I suppose. And I will, for my bonus action, shout an inspiration to Justice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Still inspired.
That's what I'll do. Sorry, that's my turn. I'm done now.
Selena.
I'm gonna control water.
Okay. What aspect of control water are you gonna try?
We're gonna dump a whirlpool right underneath Abomination and Nightmare shenanigans in the upper right-hand corner.
Okay,
Upper
okay.
left-hand corner from where I'm
Is
sitting.
that a strength saving throw, or?
So... It has very specific verbiage. 5 feet wide at the base, 50 feet wide at the top, and 25 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Within 25 feet of the vortex is full 10 feet toward it.
Mm-hmm.
When a creature enters the vortex for the first time on a turn or starts there in a turn, it must make a strength saving throw. So
Okay.
I don't think anything happens now. It happens at the beginning of their turn.
I do think they're immediately pulled in, or where are you centering the vortex?
Right underneath them, since they're close to each other. So the two of them are here, right underneath them.
Okay, so that one gets kind of pulled there. They kind of bump into each other. Strength saving throws at the start of their turn. That's your action. Is there anything else
Yep.
you want to do?
Let's see. On a failed save, they'll take bludgeoning damage and
It's hard for them to move around as well.
yeah.
Okay.
All sorts of things, and then no, I think that's it for now.
Okay.
I'm good.
The Gray Mind's turn. You all start to hear, those of you who can be affected by psionics and such, you all start to hear whispers inside your mind.
No.
They are going to cast a spell. I need everyone to make.
Counter spell.
Yeah. Okay. It fizzles.
I'm not playing with this shit.
You see them move their
This is probably not wise.
snake-like hands around, and it. They.
I should probably stop counter spelling so quickly.
Gray Mind.
Speakers. Ability says learn this lesson.
Speaker. Start of Speaker's turn. She's going to have to make a strength saving throw. 15.
That fails.
So 2d8.
2d8 bludgeoning damage and caught into the vortex until the spell ends. A creature caught can use its action to try and swim away, but has disadvantage on the strength athletics checks to do so.
She sure does.
Okay, so 2d8 will go ahead and roll those for us. Oh, well, that's kind of crap. That's 5.
Okay. 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Average damage on that would have been 9.
Sorry, I just got to move her a little bit because of the thing. Okay. The Nightmare Speaker looks around and is going to...
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. She's going to cast a spell.
Counter spell.
Roll it.
It will probably fail. So that's 6. 2 on the dice.
Alrighty.
I rolled 7. But yeah.
It needs to be at least.
Yeah.
So, you guys start to hear whispers
Shit.
around you from the void.
Oh, great. The void.
Oh, I already hear that. That's fine.
You said, I already hear that. That's fine.
You did.
As she rips the fabric of reality open.
On.
She
And calls in the power of the dark god Hadar. Well, the Whispering Father in this world. And cast Hunger of Hadar at 5th level. She would do it. Actually, she doesn't care. She's going to plop it right there. So you just... and you're all enveloped in darkness. As the spell is cast, nothing happens, but at the start of your turn... Actually... Yep. So, that is her turn. Darkness envelops all of you. Magical darkness, you can see in it, Gilly.
Okay.
But you're the only one. The rest of you are blinded. And they can see magical darkness, so... Not good. So, at the start of your turn, Justice, which you're next, I need you to make... you're going to take cold damage with no save. Oh, but it's... it doesn't matter that it's cast at a higher level. 7 points of cold damage. And then you make a dexterity saving throw.
Let's see, taking my damage. Boop.
Yep.
dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
That is a 24.
All right, you're gonna take no damage.
Because of evasion?
Well, no, because it doesn't do any damage on the thing.
Okay.
So you are effectively blinded. You cannot hear anything 30 feet out, and you are being attacked with milky tentacles.
Which you can see.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, you
God.
can see all the menacing forces of the void lash out. It's difficult terrain, the entire sphere.
So I was able to see over there, like, I don't want to go into the whirlpool because that's going to fuck my shit up. So I'm going to use my prodigious movement to move towards the Grey Mind then.
Okay, so it's difficult terrain. Where were you? This is you?
Oh,
so
yeah, I
5,
could just
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. You can get to the edge of the sphere with a single bound of movement.
What about if I were to go north?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
like
30.
Yep. Perfect. Then I'm out.
Yeah. Then 35. You're at 35 outside the thing.
Perfect. So I will do that, and then I will use my bonus action to teleport over to the Grey Mind.
Okay.
So I will do that. I can move my character. Sorry about that. And
Two different places.
if I go up here, let me just check one thing really quick.
Where are you? What?
I
I haven't replaced your.
Oh, okay.
One
Okay,
second. I haven't
so-
replaced your pog on here, Gilly.
So I will teleport over next to the Grey Mind.
Oh,
So
hey.
that means I get advantage on my first attack against it.
Yes, you do. So you
Yep. And so I only can make
tear out of it.
Natural 20.
That will crit. They have no reaction.
So I have my sneak attack. I have my zip zap. And I have that.
We're doing good. We're doing good.
We are. We're doing great.
So that will be 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 4 is 14. 28 plus 4 is 32.
Woo!
32 points of damage.
They are bloodied. You, with a single slice of your thing across their chest, you kind of go for the throat, but this creature is lithe and quickly steps back, and you cut across their collarbone and their chest instead, and green blood oozes everywhere. Then it kind of falls. Whenever it shoots out from their body, it kind of globes around.
And you know, just because I'm going to try Stunning Strike.
Where did my Hadar go?
Thank you for the cheer, for the bits,
You're
Sam.
cheer.
Where did my Hunger
Who's
Hadar
there?
go?
I don't know.
Oh, I deleted it when I deleted Gilly.
Yeah.
I deleted Gilly from existence.
And we've seen Hunger of Hadar before, right?
Vaguely. No, I don't think anyone's ever
I don't
gotten it
think so.
off that I can remember.
I
Oh, I did it
Oh,
again.
they changed the way key points work. Now it's no longer pips. Now it's like a counter. Okay, now I have 7. And you have to confirm it? What the fuck? Okay.
Just like social points.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the first one. Stunning Strike.
Fails.
Got it. So my next attack is at advantage. That is with a +9, that would be a 22 to hit.
That's
No sneak attack. That is 7 plus 4, 11 points. Oh, no, actually 12 points of damage.
look at you.
Yeah, and I should have done one more point on the last one, too.
I can factor that in. Still your
Thank you.
turn.
Thank you
13
very much.
points of damage.
Yeah.
With the second strike, and this creature is looking very injured. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that was my move, my bonus, and my action. Oh, and I will say, I'm tired of these snakes in my dreams.
Top of the round, the Abomination is going to go. They get advantage on the strength saving throw.
How did they have advantage?
They have magical resistance. It's a spell.
Okay.
Magical water.
What did I get on the first one? No. 14 total. 288 bludgeoning.
Alrighty.
Dang, that sucks for the melee.
Yeah.
Snakes in the
That's
water.
really good.
8 points. 2 4s. Double 4s.
8 points.
Closer.
It's battered.
Oh, the first time each turn. Yeah, the first time each
Yeah.
turn that they take it. Yep.
What can this creature do? Actually, they're going to cast a spell at you. Oh! They cannot see you. This one cannot see you.
It doesn't have the magical darkness.
It does not. His sect does. The other two do. This one does not.
So he can try to get out,
Yeah, he sure can.
but then it's just a straight roll.
Yeah. The resistance only applies to saving throws. He will have disadvantage or whatever it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, yeah. This is
Okay,
difficult.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Just through the whirlpool. This is
And
fun.
I imagine the DC is your spell set.
17, yeah.
You know what? This is funny. You see the snake. Well, you all can't see, but Gilly, you can see the snake try to swim out. It's disadvantage. They can't. Nope, that fails. So yeah, they're like trapped in the vortex of water, battering them around.
Looks like a bunch of green
Hell
socks
yeah.
and spin cycle.
Hell yeah.
The start of Hissik's turn, they're going to take 2d6 cold damage. Ooh, 8 points. They're going to have to make a dexterity saving throw against the Hunger of Adar.
How
that's
tall is the Hunger of Adar?
20. It's a 20-foot sphere.
So you're not in it.
Oh,
And they get advantage.
I'm 25 feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can still see it through it.
Cool.
They fail.
It's nice just floating above it.
Take 7 points of damage. What kind of damage is acid? Alright, so Hissik gets battered a bit by the Hunger of Adar. They see you.
They were told because they're charmed
Yep,
by me still.
they're charmed.
Yes. So they're just going to wander away.
Yeah,
All right.
that's right.
They will proceed to take 15 points of thunder damage the second they move.
So after the lashing and the lapping and everything, they're actually pretty injured. They're going to kind of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Double check. Ooh. 35 and then 40. They just kind of swimmer over there. That's his 6 turns. Sevilius.
All right. So
Pretty great.
I'll take 2d6, right?
2d6. Yeah, you take cold damage. Take 3 points of cold damage and you make a dexterity saving throw at advantage.
I think
Because of your void spine.
correct. I think that's at the end of the turn, right? If you're still in the zone.
I think you're right. Yep. It is.
So I don't plan on ending my turn in the zone. So
Understood.
I'm going to, seen Gilly fly before without the use of Cloaky, I'm going to launch myself straight up
All right, so you
and go like up to the edge of the circle.
it's a 20-foot sphere. Your movement is 40.
40.
You would get... It's a 20, so you would be still in it because it's a 20-foot sphere. It's difficult terrain.
Oh, okay.
You mean
Good.
the air is difficult terrain?
Yeah, it's a sphere. Yeah,
There's
that's
10
how
it's
that-
like chock
It's,
full
it's
of
like
tentacles, yeah.
the spell Ice Storm does the same thing. It leaves
Yep.
behind this massive, thick storm that you just cannot freaking fly through.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me though, so.
No, not as such. So yeah, you start to swim. You realize you're like basically in like the void of space, and it's just like.
Can you hold
great.
your movement?
So even though I can get
And you
outside
can
of it if
use
I
it.
go to the right?
So that is 20. Yeah, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, but you're moving. I mean, it's just how it works in D&D. It's a 20-foot
Okay.
sphere. Because it's the
Alright.
the center of the point is not from your square. That's why. If that makes sense.
Yeah, so you can go out the side, but
I guess
you
if you
can't
flew,
go up.
okay, if you
Yeah,
flew
'cause if I flew
diagonally,
at an angle.
sure. If you flew at an
Okay.
angle, sure. But you said straight up. But if you want to fly at an angle, yes.
Sure, just he's
Yeah,
like trying
just
to go.
slightly at an angle.
Which
so I'm
way?
like just above it. Towards the vortex, but like basically just above it, but like I guess 5 foot step.
The
over
vortex.
them. Yeah.
5, 10. So 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, you got 25, so you got 15 left. 5,
I just want to be
10,
like right outside the bubble.
15. Of the vortex, like there? Is that what you're saying? You can move yourself if you want.
Yeah.
That would be. Yeah. The moment you add 3 dimensions, it starts
Sorry.
to go. Yeah.
Well, it's non-Euclidean, so like
Right, yeah.
20 feet is 20 feet. But
Right,
if you move
exactly.
diagonally, sure.
Oh, that's all weird on my screen.
So just ping the square you're trying to get to.
Right there.
Perfect.
All right. So basically up, hovering in the air, and then I will throw a fireball at the ones caught in the vortex.
Perfect. They'll make dexterity saving throws at advantage.
I'm picturing the ball like goes into the vortex and goes around a couple times. It's kind of like when you drop a penny down those things.
A-bomb gets a 16. And And then the nightmare.
16 will fail.
Okay. And the night speaker gets a natural 20.
And I will succeed.
What's the total?
So it is 96 because it is 4th level. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not bad. 6, 10, 20, 30 exactly.
Okay.
All right.
The A-bomb will take full. Nightmare speaker will take half. The A-bomb is looking no, never mind. They're fine.
Bless you.
So that's your action. Is there anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's it.
So yeah, you fly out of the void and the tendrils kind of leave behind. They pull away from you. You swing your blade out and a fine bead of fire flies out and erupts. And there's this torrent around the fire briefly. They both take damage. Gilly, it's your turn. At the start of your turn, you will take 10 points of cold damage.
I thought I'm outside of it because I was 25 feet
that's
up.
right.
Alright, so I... these things are like... This buddy looks really, really rough.
He looks rough.
But not really hurt.
Nope.
Okay.
Gray Mind is the only one in that territory.
Single-handedly.
Yeah. Dive the back line.
Right.
No, I can't cast spell.
I can, he just will be punished for it. He'll choose wrong.
Right. He'll be punished.
He doesn't know you're a mage slayer.
Severely, yeah, exactly.
It's already charmed by me. So I'll try... You know what? I'll try this. I'll just try suggestion on it.
Okay.
And I'll say, you should probably go find a hot spring to soak in or something.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
I suggest you go ease your snaky bones in a nice hot spring.
19.
He doesn't have takes away the disadvantage because he's charmed or anything like that.
It's not charm person. They just have advantage because of magical resistance.
Charm person wouldn't work because it's not a person, right?
Correct.
That's the feeling that I get.
Well, it's a giant snake.
Yeah, I don't want to use the thing. Okay, great.
Not some people are giant snakes, but not all giant snakes are people.
That's right. That's fair. Okay.
These people are citizens. I'm out.
Is that your turn?
Citizens.
Well, I mean, that was my attempted action. I'm just checking the overlay to see who I need to heal. Nobody, really. So, I will bonus action.
Turn them all into ancient black dragons. That works better for you.
I will inspire Sibelius. Please stop.
You get a D8 or something?
Yeah, D8.
Oh yeah, I need to remember, so how about...
So your inspiration is please stop.
No, no, that's the
Split into
inspiration.
them.
So you moving?
It makes, so me being here...
Makes perfect sense.
Stay where you are.
What is this?
I'm just playing around.
Why are you telling me what to do? Yeah, I'm just figuring 60 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just move over there. We're good.
Selena.
Oops, I should not be able to move Hunger of Vidar.
Yeah,
It's a radius token, actually.
Okay.
So, just fine. Move out of the way and move your character.
I'm
There we
going
go.
to use my ability to not be infected by magical terrain and just move out on the edge of wherever my wool pool is.
So it's
I'm
non-magical terrain, though, for that ability, right? Because I think it says, entangle still affects you.
Hold, please. Advantage on saving throw against plants that are magically created or manipulated to impede movement.
Right.
Are tentacles plants?
Those either aren't plants, so you're still affected by difficult terrain.
Alright, I'll just move out of it if I can.
Okay.
Alright. Start of your turn, you take 8 points of cold damage. And you can move out of it.
You know,
5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Go, there.
I'm getting things Hadari's not a nice guy. Or the Whispering Father.
Yeah, malevolent god, unfortunately.
And then I will go ahead and Eldritch Blast the Nightmare Speaker, the smaller of the two there.
Malevolent
Sure.
god.
Eldritch Blast, 3 beans.
We're gonna do.
Let me double check something here.
Because which one of them looks more hurt?
They're both
Sorry.
about equal,
Okay.
but she's flimsier, weaker.
We'll do 2 at the Nightmare Speaker and 1 at Abomination.
Okay. It doesn't appear to be okay. It's not restrained, so you just regular straight rolls.
True. So that is a 20 and a 15.
And then the third roll.
Oh, those were both on the speaker, and then I hadn't done a third
Oh,
one yet.
thanks. Yeah.
So the 20 and the 15 on the speaker,
Mm-hmm.
and another 15 on the Abomination.
So the first 2 hit, and the abomination you miss.
Okay.
Pew.
And then that was 3d10.
2d10. You hit with 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. So 11 points damage.
Green beams shoot out and smack into the nightmare speaker.
And that's all I've got.
Okay. Gray Mind's turn.
Are they making concentration checks?
Oh, thanks. Sure.
Good call.
Makes it. Makes it. And then against the yours. Makes it. Alright, the Gray Mind's turn.
He's stunned.
Yeah. Turn passes. The speaker's turn.
Speaker for the house. Speaker for the mouse.
You can see them trying to decide. Well, at the start of their turn, they're going to make a strength saving throw because they are caught in the vortex. Yeah, they're like, 16.
That still fails.
Right, because of your thing.
Hard to think in a whirlpool.
That's 10 points.
Jeez. So just like bat it around.
Pretty
I should have made all these ancient black dragons.
You should have. Teach us.
This is too easy.
About
Everyone's
fear.
When I
Yes.
see when I
Teach
see
us to play a
smiles and
game.
people having fun, I know I'm not doing my job. All right. So they're gonna look up at you since you're ruining their fucking day, and they are going to. This is not a spell. They are going to invoke a nightmare. I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Okay. And is this against my DC? Or theirs?
Against theirs.
Okay. Just
So you're making the intelligence save.
DC 40.
It's a fear. Oh, this is not a fey, so you're fine.
Yeah.
But it's a fear effect.
Ooh, that's a 10.
Oh wow. Okay. You are going to take psychic damage.
Yeah, no, I rolled a 4 plus 6 for intelligence saving, right?
Yeah, you take 8 points of psychic damage, and you are frightened. A illusory duplicate that only you can see appears and begins menacing you. You believe this illusion to be real. And when they do that, Hunger of Adar drops. You believe this illusion to be real, and you know that it has ill malice towards you. You can make your saving throw at the end of each turn, but you are frightened currently of this duplicate illusion that only you can see. So you have disadvantage on attack rolls, and you can't willingly move closer to your illusion, which is placed between you and the nightmare speaker. Okay?
Okay, but whirlpool is not control. So control water is not concentration, so I don't have to worry about that.
I know it lasts for 10 minutes. It is concentration.
Oh, it
as a
is
C.
concentration. Okay,
So go ahead and make a DC 10. You have a warcaster?
that's a natural 20.
Okay, you're fine.
Hey.
So yeah, they speak out to you, and
Oh,
you
yeah, I have
can.
advantage on
Your
that.
mind is
See if you get another
ruptured.
20.
Your mind is ruptured briefly, and your confidence shaken. That's their turn. They are called that vortex. That is really fucking their day. Justice.
I'm not mad about it.
I will take a 5-foot step or 2 to be between Sk and Grey Mind, and I will first attack Grey Mind.
Cool. They're flanking you.
They're flanking. Oh no!
Did I not mention that we use flanking rolls?
That would
You only
be
use them when the enemies are
correct.
able to use
Actually,
them?
I'm going to use
That's
my
right.
inspiration that Gilly gave me.
There you go.
I'm going to, as much as I would like to, fuck. That would be a 17 versus their ace.
What are you attacking? 17?
Yeah.
Just hits.
Oh, thank God. I rolled a 7
Actually,
when it
just
went
hit-
off
it
the
hits.
table.
It hits for a couple. Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. All
Not
right.
everything has an AC of 22, but I am reconsidering that.
I mean, really, if you think about the scaling stuff, I do not have any way of getting sneak attack on this dude, unfortunately.
No.
But I will on the stunned dude. But that's fine because I'm going to do 6 plus 5, 11 points of damage.
Mhm.
I'm going to stunning strike this guy.
Okay. 17.
Fuck. He makes it.
2 key points, yeah.
Yep. Equipment. Yeah, I'll do the key point in a minute. So there's 1 key point down. I'm going to make my second attack on him.
Yep.
That is a plus 9, 20 to hit.
Yep.
3 plus 5, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Stunning strike.
6, they fail.
And then I'm going to use my key point for flurry of blows.
Okay.
And with advantage, I'm going to attack Grey Mind.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
You get all your dice this time.
Oh, I'm going to see. He's looking pretty rough.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see if I drop him.
He's at roughly a quarter.
That is 18, 19 plus 5, 24 points of damage.
Okay, 24 points of damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Grey Mind.
It's alive.
Grey Mind is still alive?
Yes. I will tell you how many hit points. Once you land the killing blow, I will tell you how many hit points they have.
Okay. Oh wait, I was supposed to do an extra D4 because this is the unarmed strike. I forgot about that.
I don't believe you.
It's plus 3.
Oh, wait, yeah, lightning.
Yeah.
It had 2 hit points left. So you or cut across the abomination until you find that purchasing point with your dad, kind of where you approximate a kidney would be, and you can see it stunned over with its kind of nightmarish form. And then you spin around with a spinning back fist and plummet into Grey Mind's temple. And as they kind of go down, you just got to do like a quick kick up roundhouse, and they just go down and die.
And I still have 1 attack left.
Yeah. As they fall and die, they disperse.
And that is a 19 against Sec.
That hits.
All right. And that is 9, 10, 11 plus 4. 10, 11 plus 4. So 15 points of damage to Sec.
Okay.
Nice.
You roll with
Nice.
advantage, of course.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
you spin back around and do like a spinning side kick and
Yeah.
strike into Hisek. Is that your turn?
Yes. I'm very satisfied. Now to mark off 4 key points.
Top of the Abomination's turn. I cannot believe how effective the vortex is. You will
So
know.
good.
So okay, what am I learning? Every enemy's an ancient black dragon. No fights near water. Anything else I'm missing?
No fights near fire.
Yeah. They have advantage.
Make them have advantage.
That will succeed at a 21, but they're still trapped though.
So they're still in the vortex, but they're not caught by it.
Oh, okay.
So they
They can
take
keep
half
saving.
the
Okay.
2d8
Yeah.
and can move out of it if they'd like without having to make the strength saving throw.
Thank you. So 2d8. Still though. Good God.
So that I rolled 2 1s on that, so he takes
Aw.
1 point of damage.
That's all I had left. So this creature is you can see them looking around. You see these creatures don't seem to have the same relationship with the dream world that you all have. They're resorting to pretty basic means. They're interacting in the world physically rather than just like floating away from the vortex or whatever. So they are going. It's going to swim. You're not flying, are you, Selena?
No, I'm
okay.
not. There is an imaginary creature in front of me, though.
Yeah, only you can see it. Oh, yeah. Okay. They're going to make 3 attacks on you. Yeah. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. You are grappled and you are restrained as they constrict you. Wrap up around you. so.
And restrained. What the fuck does that do to me?
So speed 0, attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage from being restrained as well. They're all at disadvantage from being frightened. Then it's going to bite down at you with advantage. Does hit again, that's 22 again. You're going to take 7 points of piercing and 10 points of poison, which you are immune to. So 7 points of piercing, moving on. And then the scimitar attack on the other shoulder at advantage. Natural 20. You will take 18 points of slashing damage as it bears down with you. So attack after attack, this large monstrous creatures free themselves from your spell and is launching away at you. That is the A-bomb's turn. Hissek's turn, stunned. Moving on, Sevelius.
Alright, so I will fly down at Abomination.
Yep.
And attack him twice with a booming blade.
Okay.
First attack is cocked.
But only been 3.
22.
22 to hit?
22 to hit.
Hits.
Are you from above?
I flew down, so I'm at his level now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Okay.
There?
Sorry.
Is it above the A-bomb? That's alright. Get there, piece by
6,
piece.
10,
Why does everyone like the A-bomb? Why not the B-bomb?
Just what they're called.
25 points of fire-piercing thunder. He is wreathed in booming energy.
Okay. They are bloody.
Second attack
How about E-bomb from E-bomb's world?
will be an 18. Or 17, sorry.
Hits. Just some,
I was gonna type it too. Magical
20.
gauntlets.
23 points of fire-piercing thunder.
23.
23.
So slash after slash, you see this creature bearing down on Selena as you stab into them in their back because they're not paying you any mind, just and they're wreathed in booming energy. That your turn?
That is my turn.
Yes, Sevelius has illusionist bracers, so he can cast the same cantrip twice. Action, bonus action.
This is why I have no money.
That's right.
That is true. They were like 3,500 gold.
Correct.
Gilly.
How rough are these two looking?
They are.
Abomination and the Nightmare Speaker.
Oh, they're both pretty rough. They're pretty roughed up.
Okay. Well. Do I know that the Nightmare Speaker did something to Selena?
Yeah, you saw them whisper at Selena. You saw Selena become very frightened. Yep.
Okay. I will put charge from the magic missile wand at the Nightmare Speaker.
Okay.
I was speaking into the nightmare.
10, 12.
How many charges was it?
1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They don't have shield. Good design. No.
Wasn't
They
sure
still
if she had
maintain
shield or not.
concentration.
Okay.
She's still up.
And bonus action, healing word, Selena.
Okay.
9 points of healing. That's it. That's my turn.
All right,
Oh,
Selena.
I have advantage on all of those. How many times was I hit last time? 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 10 plus numbers.
You're fine. All your DCs would be 10.
18 plus numbers. And 14 plus numbers.
Didn't we change
Okay.
that one?
Perfect. So yes, I kept maintaining concentration on the whirlpool.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and I can do this math for myself. Yeah, I think I can do that. I'm going to concentrate on Abomination that's attached to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And do Agonizer Scorcher in a line between Abomination and Nightmare Speaker.
Yes. You can. You just have to. You could. Well, technically, you just shuffle this way. Or you're fine. You're fine. You can do it that way.
So he has me grappled,
Yeah.
restrained, whatever,
So
so
you
I
just kinda-
can't move.
Yeah, you can just shoot it through there.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throws on both of them.
Please.
A-bomb has advantage, will make it 19 on the die, and then the Nightmare Speaker will also make it 19 on the die.
Okay. So they both take half damage? Yeah. So 3d8 halved. Ooh, I'll take that. So 11 plus 8 is 19 halved, so 9 points of damage. 9 points of fire to each.
Yeah, and she's gonna have to make a concentration saving throw. She does make it. Agnar Scorcher rips through them.
As my bonus action, yeah, I might have to do this. I'm going to go ahead. I'm sorry, Civilians. Guardian of Nature and give myself 10 temporary hit points.
10-foot aura on that.
15.
Thank you. So you turn into a. What does your oak? What it's called a tree form. It doesn't have to be a tree.
Yeah, so it's called a great tree. Your skin appears barky, leaves sprout from your hair, and you gain the following benefits. And it just says, while you are on the ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies.
Well, what does your form look like?
Oh, so...
In the nightmare zone.
Yeah. Oh, gods!
Important questions.
So I would say that not only... So the bark becomes scales as they turn this... have you ever seen a silver maple where it's like that silvery green color?
Hell yeah.
As it hits the light and reflects off. As leaves sprout out of my hair, I would say, so skin appears barky, I get the scales, let's just assume my hair becomes more disheveled, and, because I'm always assuming that I'm just slightly disheveled.
Like a weeping willow.
Yeah. Those leaves that have the little knobbies on the end of them.
Yeah.
That they're like neat leaves with spikes.
Alrighty. So becoming this kind of ward of nature, this almost draconic tree-like visage, you hiss back and you see the A-bomb is like... Their eyes widen as you take on the visage of a creature they worship. And they drop the restraint from you.
Oh.
You want these? Don't restrain bigger snakes. It's against their culture.
That's pretty cool.
Right, I took scales.
Right,
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about it.
Against the god.
Whoop.
Yep.
I made a huge mistake.
They see, they see dragons as like the descendants of the one true god, the serpent.
Oh.
Maybe we should
At least in my world, they do.
Huh. If I could have just wild shaped instead of using like a 4th level spell.
You turn into a garter snake.
No.
Enlarge.
So that was my
Don't
bonus
really get
action,
knowledge
my
of useful
action,
Yeah.
and I don't have any movement.
You do. You're not
Can
restrained
I-
or grappled.
Can I save against the fright? Oh, I'm not grappled either.
Mm-mm.
Can I save against the fright?
Yep. Intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
I believe you will still take a little more damage from it. Let me double check here.
Well, that's a 16.
You do succeed, and you do not take psychic damage, so it fades. It's only DC 13, so you had a really good chance.
Oh, nice.
But that is your turn, Selena. This
That
nightmare
is my
speaker needs to make a strength saving throw.
Does.
It does make it.
Ooh.
21.
Alrighty, she'll still take 3 points, so 6 halved to 3.
Alrighty. They are going to cast a spell at you, Selena. Yeah, because you just ruined their freaking day. They're just going to make an attack roll.
I love the roll.
17 to hit.
Okay. Doesn't the Guardian of Nature up my...
It does not.
AC?
That's bark skin.
Oh, okay.
Thematically similar, but not the same. So you're going to take some
Cutting words.
Okay. You take some lightning damage.
Are you cutting words that
On the attack. I can cutting words the attack, right?
Oh, the attack! Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I was talking
Yeah.
about damage. Yeah,
Because
go
I
ahead.
was waiting to see whether or not it actually hit her.
Yep.
By 2!
15 to hit you, Selena.
That misses.
So the 4th level lightning bolt scatters away. You're going to take 12 lightning damage.
Hey, respect your gods! That's what I say.
You see her kind of whisper out and kind of shout at the abomination. Basically like, do any of you speak? Oh, well, yeah, you do speak Draconic. Yeah. You hear her
Most
whisper,
of us do.
"It's an illusion, you idiot! That's not a dragon!"
This makes me happy.
Yes, she is! I say in Draconic.
Yes, you all speak Draconic. Congratulations, you suck. Justice, go ahead.
Oh man, there's
It's what makes sense for the world.
Is right next to me and he's stunned. So I'm gonna just try to dispatch his sec while he's next to me. It's next to me.
Okay.
First attack will be a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use sneak attack. I do not get an extra dice because I have not used text on it. That's not great. 5, 10 plus 5, 15 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack. That is a 26 or 27 to hit.
Yeah, that's.
Nope, misses.
That is 7 plus 5, 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Still up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use key points to do. I guess I will do stunning strike on it just in case. You know, why not? Natural one, I saw it.
It's a 19.
and then I'm gonna use a key point to flurry of blows the guy. So that is it's a 14 on the dice, so that will definitely hit.
Get it.
Drop that, but I add my d4 for the lightning. I'm not sneak attacking. Why am I trying to sneak attack right now?
Because you're a cheater.
So that will be 7, 8, 9 plus 4, 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And then, still up?
Yes. Do I ever forget to?
And then...
My last attack on it will be 12 plus 8, 20.
That hits. They have 2 hit points left. Hand to God. They're dead.
Wow.
So just slash, and then just unloading as lightning flashes out. And the final one is I will take my knee and I will just drive it into its snake face.
Just push it over the edge and it falls into the waterfall with its loot. No, I'm joking. Is that your turn or are you moving?
With my move action,
Yeah.
I will move in base-to-base contact with the abomination, if I can.
Okay, yeah, you can. That's
Sorry about the difficult terrain.
It's all good. I can enter it, I think, or get into it.
That is,
Actually, it specifically says my enemies, so I don't think it affects you guys.
It affects me. That tells me something about it.
Yeah.
that's right.
The A-bomb starts his turn is not in your bullshit, but is in your other bullshit. So it doesn't make a strength saving throw, but it's in difficult terrain. They no longer have you restrained.
Or grapple.
I'm
It
right next to him.
needs to make a choice.
I just killed his friend.
It like looks around. And it's like looking at you side eyes and just swings at Justice. Make an attack roll against you, Justice. Is natural 1 with its constrict attack. Bite attack is a 2. And then that landed enough. It's a 6. That's gonna miss. So it just thrashes at you, missing every time.
It's very confused by having a dragon-esque creature right near it.
It is. It's not whether sure to sit or stand or whatever. Hessick is dead. Sevilius, it's your turn.
Alright, I will give it another stabbing.
The old McStabby stab.
Oh, stab. 24. Yeah.
That hits. Isn't it great to see
Stabby
Sam
McStabinson.
here, Nat here, all the people that have come around? Isn't it just wonderful
The
what we built
Gettle
over
in
here?
there too.
It is so cool.
Like, remember when we used to have like 3?
Yeah.
And it was us just watching
Back in the
ourselves.
day.
Yeah. Just seeing if anybody was in chat and anything. Like,
Does anyone want to watch this?
it was Miwa. Back in the day, Miwa was around.
That's right.
20 points of fire, piercing thunder. And
20?
he's wreathed in ruin energy, but I doubt he's going to move.
Nope. And hey, Pride Ceratops, yeah, they did kill their patron.
Yep.
She's still
That's correct. I have my own patron now.
Yep.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll it, bad boy. But, Morgan exists in the land of the cold unending as an archfey.
For now.
For
For now.
I get so excited about the later arc stuff that might happen.
Oh,
Level 10, you fought an ancient black dragon.
I don't like it.
With 9th level spells.
Tarask is next level.
Yeah, it was cocked.
Yeah, just...
Remember?
You've
Yes.
injected power
24.
into us, obviously. A little bit. Just like...
Yeah, you're pretty beefed up with magic items and free feats and stuff.
Yeah, it's been really cool.
Free feet.
34.
Well, yeah.
32.
Fair.
44,
I'm under no illusions that we...
3. So, 47 points of fire-piercing thunder.
It dies. The booming blast of thunder and fire just erupts and separates.
Says a darling at the age of Cecilius.
I didn't even have to use my inspiration. I feel like it's wasted. That is my turn.
Alrighty.
That is a death.
Not Selena. Gilly.
Shit, that's me.
Oh, is it my turn? Let me think about what I'm gonna do now.
I'll healing word Selena. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 7. And marking that off. Oh, wrong thing.
Yeah?
Are you?
Well, okay, yeah, correct.
The whirlpool is no more.
Oh, right,
Because
concentration.
Guardian of Nature.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
And we'll do one more charge from the wand. 12 again. Same roll.
Oh, you did 12 before?
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Nice.
I cheated you from some damage.
Oh
I'm
no!
sorry, yeah.
How daring you! Let's see. Yeah, I'm just like, you're not following your hierarchy very well, and this whole thing just needs to end. So goodbye.
From the wand, the magic missiles, which I think you bought in Maze of Mayor's shop before the stream began.
Yeah, ages
for like
ago.
600 gold. It just flies out. And as it does, the nightmare creature disperses. Silence, well, not silence, but and once the battle ends, just the rush of waterfall. All around you, the three of you are in this strange island you've certainly never been to before. I don't believe you've ever seen in any of the weird visions we've had. And you all kind of turn to Justice to kind of like, what's all this? And with that, we're going to go to break.
Woo!
Yeah!
Peaches.
Yeah.
Going
That
through
is
my
what's in our
dreams.
future.
Cool.
Wine poached peaches with whipped cream.
Fantastic.
That's my fancy noise.
I had somebody tell me today that they don't use their nickname anymore. They use their full name because they feel bougie.
Matthew Foreman.
Yep. We feel bougie all the time.
I do. Thank you, everyone who is showing up tonight. If you're enjoying
Yeah.
tonight's stream, please subscribe,
Right.
follow, support us so we can keep doing it. We will be back in 15 minutes after we've had some bougie peaches to see where the dream world takes them. Be back in 15.
Yeah!
I don't know why I drank my water when I came in. Hello, how are you? We are back with the Ghost of the Machine. I'm doing so good tonight.
We all are. We really are just on it.
Before we get back into it, I just wanted to actually, there was one little announcement I forgot, and I wanted to say it on stream. There is someone in the chat, hopefully they're still in the chat, CrimeNat, who was, I'm showing you the physical version of it, because I printed it out, because that's how much I love it. He helped me format and publish my Void Magic that you have seen featured in the campaign. Check him out over there on RPG Kitchen. And if you are a burgeoning designer and want to see your stuff, want to get your stuff given a proper polish, submit it to RPG Kitchen and follow Nat on Twitter. Because he's a great designer and he edited the shit out of my voice spells.
That's right.
Nice.
I'm going to be submitting my Rage Witch.
Ooh.
I've sent it to Nat to see about to talk about getting it polished and all of that.
That's great.
Yeah.
He really took the void spells and really because they weren't really ready, but I gave him over, and he got exactly what I was getting at. He really helped out.
He did
they look great.
such good work.
And I love them so much. I printed them out.
That's right.
And they look really nice.
They do look really awesome.
Yeah, and he did a really good job. So yeah, Crime Nat RPG Kitchen. Go.
Helps feed people.
Yeah, look them up to find out how you can help. So, in this dimension, in High Redesignated, we are back with the Dreamscape. You all have just slaughtered some Yonti abominations. 3 of you are in an island you've never seen before. 1 of you has seen part of it before. As you look around, you can see the kind of spheres of dimensionality kind of wobble around. There's kind of these blank spots, missing pieces. What do you wish to do?
I'm going to cure wounds myself.
Okay.
So it's a D8 plus 4.
Do you recognize any of this?
Yeah. What is all of this? what is all of this?
Am I remembering roughly what happened? Is it coming back to me?
So why don't you bring them up to speed? What you do remember.
Shortly after the airship went down, myself...
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that so loud.
What did you say?
I said this is not the right track.
I just like delicate music so loud.
We're in your dreams, Justice.
Yay!
Hooray!
Shortly
There's
after
a
the
unicorn.
after the airship went down, myself and a handful of survivors were deposited on this island. We navigated our way to a temple-like structure, inside of which we encountered several of these snake-like creatures. We were able to defeat several of them in combat before we were overrun by a veritable swarm of snakes. Eventually we were forced to leap into a bottomless waterfall, or what appeared to be bottomless, and that is where my memories previously stopped. I just remember falling seemingly endlessly before everything went black. How was that?
I wasn't listening.
Oh, it's all good.
How was that, folks?
Well,
Seems legit.
yep, seems legit. And then I found $5.
Cool story.
And that is where I believe this is, perhaps the bottom of the waterfall.
It would appear, not quite the bottom, but halfway down. You.
Are there any entrances, exits? Are we being covered in snakes? Are they coming from the waterfall?
Oh, go ahead and roll perception. So yeah, this is the island where Justice crash landed and fought them way through a temple, and then had to leap because they were being chased by far too many monsters.
And do I remember correctly? Sorry, I know she rolled. When we were meeting with the people from Halfgar, weren't some of the Minotaurs those who I
Two of
fought
them.
with? Yep. I will relay that. 2 of the Minotaurs that we met in Halfgar were ones who accompanied me here on this island. So they obviously survived.
You also.
Oh yes,
Mm-hmm.
Beefidus.
In Fort Mountain Hall.
And the ambassador, right?
Did we
Yeah,
decide
well, the
whether it
ambassador
was
was
Beefus or
gone.
Beefidus?
It's Beefidus.
It's Beefidus.
Okay.
What was your perception?
20.
As you look around, you can see this is obviously not a true, not a concrete reality. There is all sorts of shifting and phasing. You do look and you see there is, you all can float around. So yeah, there's a way up. There's also a way down. And you're at this kind of landing portion of this waterfall, this cave structure, and you can just keep falling if you so wish.
And there's no, cave behind the waterfall?
There is, when you look inside of it, there's really nothing there.
Guessing we just need to keep following it down.
I would
Find
assume
out
so.
how it sounds.
We should keep on falling down this waterfall.
We can fly, so not really following. But
With style. Falling with style.
following the style.
I will
With style,
lead the way, I guess, down the waterfall.
float on down.
So go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw as you fall down the waterfall.
Oh no.
All of us or just him?
Rip. Oh, okay.
22.
That is exactly what you needed.
Wow.
I am unstoppable tonight.
Was magic.
That's what I was thinking.
So you
Oh my
fall
God.
through, and as you continue falling, you start to see more of the world appear before you. And you land at the bottom of this rushing waterfall. You see all around you all these dead snakes and snake men. You see very, very tired minotaurs. You see a very, very tired mage ambassador. You see a very tired dwarf, guns empty, packs strewn about, grenades all used, just absolutely everything. That was, I think we killed all of them. And you look around, there's probably 30 plus bodies of snake animals and Yuan-Ti around surface, maybe even more. This is just the ones that have solid body parts.
Yes.
I need to sleep. Find me a structure. And one of the minotaurs replies, yes, of course. And they step forward, and you see yourself, not tired, because you don't tire, but still beaten up and scarred. And you all press forward. Do you follow them?
I believe that we should follow the memory. See where we went.
Do you think we need to be stealth at all? Or
I think that we
if
can
it's
probably...
just a shade of a
Thank you.
memory?
Exactly. I think that we can simply follow them. I'm not sure if the threat is past, but if there is something here, we'll need to face it one way or the other.
Very true.
I will follow.
Okay. So you follow this group of adventurers that are tired and weary. You do see them around a campfire eventually, and they take a long rest. But as you kind of sit there and wait, it kind of fast forward, spins around because you're just kind of searching through this construct, and you follow them still, and you press on this island. This island, as you press forward through the mist, is much, much larger than it initially appeared from your airdrop back then. And you do continue. Eventually, the scene that you see is there is an airship, and so what happens is the party embarks out to the water. After much deliberation, they decide that this island has no answers, only treachery, only destruction, only death, and they embark out into the water. They build their own little raft, and they make their way. As you follow them, eventually an airship does come to rescue them. And that is, of course, the scene that your memory was restored. So once you are on the airship, you can see them kind of negotiating and talking with these people, only to be ambushed by Dupla LaCroix and her men from the College of Whispers or whatever organization. You see yourself and others narrowly escaping with their lives. Everyone just kind of scatters, and I would say that Bifidus, you see Bifidus, basically the fight is not going well. Dupla is not really engaging in the fight, but the fight is not going well, and you see at some point Bifidus plants something in the ground, and there's just this pulse explosion that separates everyone, and the ship kind of cracks and starts to drift away, and everyone seems to have escaped. You follow yourself past that encounter, which you've seen once before, and you eventually land on the island with the turtles and the rat folk master. What do you imagine this training was like?
Well, I would imagine that each of the turtles had a different skill set or different focus, and that when training with each of them, they challenged different aspects of my being to, make me, better at dodging, make me better at resisting mental intrusions, that kind of a thing. And then I'm sure that once I felt that I was able to best them, the rat folk master promptly showed me just how unprepared that I was.
You spend a great deal of time as this dream continues and continues, contemplating, shifting, etc., etc. And eventually, for one reason or other, you leave. You complete your training, and then you stay for some time after you complete your training, but eventually you sit there, and it's almost like click. one day you're meditating and you decide to leave. Why did Justice decide to leave?
He had come to
Who's your room?
an epiphany. Basically, that he could continue to stay on this island and live a reclusive life with the turtles whom he had grown to respect, but he knows that the Warforged every day continue to be subjugated, and that was not going to improve if he didn't do anything about it. So one day the drive overwhelmed him, and he felt, I can no longer be inactive.
So you eventually move on and you follow yourself through your travels for whatever indefinite period of time until eventually Dupla LaCroix catches up with you. And you see the first time that she bewitches you in some city. And you are completely blindsided by her. You're whether on a minor mission or on a minor adventure, you just see this woman come out of nowhere and just hit you with a spell. And you can see her doing the whole bit all over again. Do you know your mission? Do you understand what I've asked you to do? And you see, and now that you're reconstructing memory, you see all these other little minor things that she had you do. You know, she had. So you're stepping back first. So we fall back to the point where she first had you, and then we fast forward past the airship, past the whole thing. And you see her revisit you, reclaim you. Do you know your mission? Do you understand what I've asked you to do? And you can just see this small series, all these little small missions, all these little errands, all these people that she had you kill, just the way she played you like a flute for so many years after in your interim. So not only did she have you sabotage the ship, but once she was able to find you again, even after you escaped, or even after you trained over those monks, she found you yet again and put you to her will. You all eventually basically wander back around into his house again. There's only one book left to find.
So we got
The blue and the green?
we got the blue and the green, now it's the gray, and that is the tied to a chair scene.
Yeah, is it not quite?
The action trackers just
If you just scroll all the way.
Thank you. Ooh, one more. Just all the way, huh? Okay. Thanks. Yeah, the gray.
I'll say to the group before we open the gray book, I will say it is astounding just how much Dupla had manipulated me and altered who I was. It is honestly hard for me to believe that she is now, for the time being, for all intents and purposes, dead.
Gone. Yeah.
Gone.
But magic still seems very active, so we should
And very potent.
do our best to eliminate it.
Thank you all for being on this journey with me.
You've been with us a long time on journey. It's the least we can do.
And I will open the gray book.
Before he does that, enhance ability wisdom.
So you open the gray book and you're all pulled in. You land in a place that is somewhat familiar to all of you. A place that you have not quite been before, but you've been to places like it. You see a house of beautiful marble white stone. You look out and you see the city of Mercinia. The seagulls in the foreground. You are somewhere high up in the city, probably Vera or Holmet, one of the very, very nice areas of town. You're in some impossibly beautiful mansion with all sorts of fixtures and paintings and fine arts and swords and magic items. You sit in a dark room where Justice is bound to a chair in some kind of small reading room. You can all hear this voice. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. DC is lower.
And right, you gave me advantage.
No, that's only on ability checks.
Oh, okay. 22.
Wow.
19 on the dice.
You needed every bit. DC was only 20.
Oh god.
So you center yourself, and the dark tendrils of this nightmare kind of rip away. You can see the door kind of, the wall kind of falls. You see the Archduchess of Imperia, Fiona Play, the Grand Duchess of Eastwing, Cassandra Moira, Dupla LaCroix, and you see the Grand Duchess of the Stone Marsh, Angela Creighton. And you do see Axel Creighton, but he's sitting down in a chair and he doesn't seem to be involved in the conversation. You see some other male figures in the room too.
So Angela, Fiona, Dupla, and then who was the?
Angela, Dupla, Cassandra.
Cassandra.
So they continue to have that conversation that you overheard as they are planning and going over the details of how this is going to work, how they're going to approach hell, how they're going to solidify their power base and maintain their power. And you get to that point where it's just like someone speaks up in the room, and it is in fact Cassandra Moira. She says, people starve because they are kept poor. Our policies oppress them. We are the reason why they hate us. And the room just goes dead silent as the other lords and ladies of the land just kind of give her a stare. And the Archduchess of the Stone Marsh, Angela Creighton, begins to speak, but she is silenced by Fiona Plath. Fiona Plath puts up a single hand, looks over to Cassandra. Perhaps we're not clear. And she kind of has these two little... This is what we're doing. There are no other options on the table. And if you're not on board, if you can't get with this plan, then we will do to you what we did to him. She gestures to the room where Justice is bound and gagged. This is everything. This is what we have to do. Cassandra just sinks in her chair. They continue to discuss the plans and everything that you kind of learned over these past few months. And then the room kind of fades away. You're somewhere else you don't quite recognize. You're kind of just standing there, frozen in fear. You've now reclaimed this memory, and you see a very, very strange thing. You see Angela Creighton kind of molding clay, building something. You can see her kind of, she's bloodletting on it, on the piece of clay.
Oh no.
And she's building something. When she's done, she speaks words of power. And they form, they shape. Like dark tendrils grasp, slide. You can see Angela Creighton is wearing a kind of mossy stone cloak of greens and simple browns, and is also wearing a very powerful looking gray robe, I believe. It would be black robes of intricate power and magics. When the clay forms and the blood settles and the words are spoken, this takes a very, very long time. This is like a 24-hour process. She is just in her room working in this magical sanctum. And you're just standing there the whole time, paralyzed, frozen, stupefied. When the clay forms and the magic is spoken and the words settle, you see a duplicate of Angela Creighton. Then her form just kind of ripples and shifts. And it's Dupla LaCroix. She kind of swipes, marks. You've really got to stop getting killed. It's just not doing anything. Not for us. No. And you can see Dupla's life kind of snap back. This is some time ago. You're not really quite sure in the timeline. Your memories are still kind of confused and muddled. Now, we still have some work to do. We can't talk about it, of course. I think I've made you right. I think you're ready. Hope you're ready. Now go. Fix my mistakes. And Dupla just nods. And Dupla begins to step away. And you hear Angela Creighton goes, oh, before I forget. Do you know your mission? Do you understand what I've not asked you to do? And Dupla just kind of stops. I think I understand. And she turns and flies away.
Fuck.
And you now see the stone cloak, the legendary item that the House Creighton crafted using the remnants of his Aunt Stone magic, Sway. You know that this legendary powerful cloak resists, it fortifies the user, makes them immune to all sorts of things, and resists all sorts of damage visible. You can see the robes of the Archmagi on Angela Creighton. She turns around. Oh, whew, that was an ordeal. I kind of forgot you were there. She steps up to you. Well, you can't remember any of this. That spell should work. That spell should work. Okay. Oh, it's about time for you to go meet someone. She bamps you. You disappear from view. And you land somewhere in the north. Probably the city of Antonia. Somewhere around there. And you resume your training.
Which training? With
The Northwind training.
Gotcha.
So that Banff was probably just a little bit before the game started.
Gotcha. Whoop.
I mean, we knew
Right.
some
Parts
of that.
it. Some of it, yeah.
Yeah.
We knew who we were dealing with. We just didn't realize the dynamics
Of course.
that they had.
So you are restored. Your memories are restored.
It's actually not quite as bad as I was expecting.
Are we back in the memory palace?
You are. You're in this library that looks nice and neat and orderly now.
So Angela Creighton, being of great power, clearly. Now, the question, Dupla LaCroix, perhaps she was, and I do not know of such things, maybe that is why she was so unknown, why there was no record of her, because she was created. Is that possible?
That wouldn't make sense.
Well,
I might have misread the situation.
We know they're capable of it. We saw them do it with Franzia.
we don't know anything about if they can create, an ancient dragon.
Simulacrum with powers?
I mean,
Simulacrum, as far as I'm aware, duplicates yourself.
Perhaps.
Unless Angela Creighton is actually an ancient black dragon.
Indeed.
Ding, 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 ding. So it was an advanced simulacrum.
Yep, made out of clay instead of ice and imbued with her blood.
Because that looked like a simulacrum from everything that I've read.
Exactly.
It most certainly does.
So there is no, well, Dupla
Dupla.
LaCroix.
Yeah.
There is only
She's a
Angela
Dupla
Creighton.
kid.
That's exactly where the name comes from. That's exactly where the name
Yep.
comes from.
There's
Yep.
what?
I knew
She's a
it-
duplicate.
I knew it was
yeah.
somewhere. I knew that you didn't.
And her last name
Dupla
begins
on
with C.
accident.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
duplicate
like
of Creighton,
yeah.
basically.
Yep.
Ah, that
Yep.
does it. That does
Yep.
it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
This is over a year in the making.
Thank you.
Oh my
I
gosh.
tried. I
So-
tried.
My God.
The thing is,
I'll say I'm happy we
Angela Creighton is still around, and Dupla was never going to do anything. All those loopholes and things, those weren't for Dupla, they were for her. Or maybe they were for, whatever. Anyway,
So when you create a simulacrum, do they have all the same memories as you?
they are you, basically.
Then Angela Creighton is really mad at Marissa. That's terrifying.
So go ahead and roll history with advantage. You can have civilians do it if you want. However you want to do it.
Go ahead.
Don't roll it.
This is kind of law, checking your law.
20.
Yeah. So God, and we're getting like magic and nonsense, but like, Angela Creighton signed the contract. Dupla didn't.
Right.
So Angela was.
Could live out as Dupla. She could swap.
Well, Dupla could interfere with the terms of the contract without getting into hot water.
Right.
Angela cannot.
So
But
Dupla
also,
was her loophole.
right.
But what is to
But
stop?
she created the simulacrum, which was herself,
Mhm.
and then changed the form. If she just assumes Dupla's identity, what's stopping her from doing that?
Yep.
So we still have the
Nothing.
same problem.
I'm sure possibly the magics of the contract would know.
Well, we don't
Well,
have
yeah.
two of them.
That's right.
I mean, positive silver linings. We don't
No,
have 2
you're
of
right.
them.
You're absolutely right. We are
And,
down one, which
and I
is
mean,
great.
if we
The
eliminated
unfortunate thing is
her
she can
loophole.
just make another one.
Well, we
I
do not
mean-
know what investment it took
Yeah.
for her to make that.
Time and resources might not be on her side.
Hopefully. And it is very close to the blood moon.
Does the creator know when a simulacrum
He's destroyed.
shape? Because Dupla wasn't destroyed.
That's right.
Dupla was moved, transplanted. So, does an owner of a simulacrum, one, be able to create more than one at a time, because we didn't technically destroy the first one, and two, know if and when that simulacrum moves planes, or
No.
is destroyed?
I know the answers to some of this, as Chase Justice does not. Can I roll my Arcana check, man?
I mean, can I roll an Arcana?
Roll Arcana.
I'll assist.
Alright.
We also have a leg up because we know what to expect from Angela now. Because she has the exact same abilities as Dupla.
Yes.
Arcana.
12.
Oh boy.
Yeah. 2 and a 3 on the dice.
Oh boy.
Magic is nice.
Yeah.
So, okay, but let's hope some of the dice roll in our favor. And that we didn't technically destroy the simulacrum. As long as it's still in existence, even if she can create 2, she would have no
She might not have a
reason
need to.
She might not have a reason to if she wasn't notified that this one is no longer on this plane of existence, as far as we understand, because the machine is a thing that does stuff.
And
That's
if they were clearing out the house and stuff, she may have been like, well, it served its purpose. And she might not be paying attention to it
Not
right now.
care.
She might be preparing for the blood moon with 9 days or less than a week to go, or about a
Do I
week
have
to
any
go.
idea how long it takes to make a simulacrum and how expensive it is?
We just watched it.
You did. So 24 hours with this was how long this one take. And also it's
Okay.
important to remember, resources-wise, I mean,
That she has them. That
she does, but this is also like, this spell is so far, this is like long-term simulacrum, the way that it was so constructed. This is not anything, this is like so
Okay.
far removed, so advanced, that
Right.
you garner, this is not something, garner, it's unlikely she can have more than one, and that other simulacrum's still alive, so she can't make another one. Simulacrum.
Okay.
So, no time and probably not worth the resources, and can't do it anyway.
Right.
Yeah, because she'd have to go to the machine, which would solve our problems.
Could you just go deal with your simulacrum?
Just like buying her a ticket.
The only thing we don't know is whether or not everybody else there knows that Dupla is just a simulacrum of Angela.
I'm sure that she would not want any of them to know that.
Because at that point, like, she's taking orders from herself.
It was all probably part of her plan to position her to be in the greatest position of power. She is bound by the contract, and yet she is not.
My eye is literally twitching right now.
I
What
wonder
have you
if-
done?
I wonder
Welcome
if we
to
can use
magic.
this to cause strife within the group
Right.
if they don't know.
So, but we can use this to our advantage immediately here, because we have to go negotiate with the King of Nightmares, who, as far as he understands, was working with Dupla, who no longer is anything in power that can help him do anything. So maybe we can use that to our advantage as a Dupla adjacent replacement for
Yeah.
whatever nefarious means he wanted.
I mean, we'll have to see what Dupla promised him and see if that still can be delivered on, because he might not hold Glitch anymore if he's not going to get anything out of it.
Or perhaps we could use the information that we know who the true Dupla is, and if he wished to
And he could
extract
go
whatever he is
collect or
owed.
something.
Turn the King of Nightmares against Angela Creighton?
That would be interesting.
Because I can pull her into Dreamland and keep her there for 8 hours.
I don't know how we'd be able to twist him.
I do not know if we would need to twist him.
But as far as we understand, his power source, his money source, his bankroll sugar mama thing is now no longer available to be used by him. So whatever he was getting, if we can replace that power, because it's always about power, right?
In some form.
If we can replace that power, we can negotiate in the short term and maybe gain ourselves another ally.
Oh God!
You want to become Sugar Mama to the King of Nightmares?
You know, it's better than being tortured by the King of Nightmares.
That's true.
I would take a momentary step forward.
I mean, I guess we'll have to see what he has to say.
Right.
But before we
Before we do that,
hands,
maybe,
Correct.
blast.
maybe like a short rest.
Indeed.
Yes.
You do know the next step is to revisit the killer in me, which is the diary episode.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-streamed content, folks.
Mm-hmm.
So we're taking a short rest.
That's the episode where I met Glitch.
Yeah, that's the party episode.
Yeah.
It's the most important.
I met Glitch when we got off the train the very first time.
Right, but the more like the better meeting to take people into.
Sure, okay.
I will take a short rest.
That was when you first started liking Glitch because he charmed you. Awkward.
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
To be fair, Gilly was a little enamored with him before all the charming.
Correct.
And does
So
Gilly
wait,
know
does
that
that
the
mean-
charm happened?
You're about to find out.
Oh gosh.
You never knew. I don't know if he ever told you.
That's awkward.
But like, does the effect mean that you?
The effect
know?
tells you very specifically they do not know they were charmed.
Okay. That's the only reason I was asking.
That's true. Can be problematic.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
There's an entire relationship built on
She's just like-
manipulation.
She's just like, you can have him.
Oh no! We did all this. We killed Dupla. Just to let it happen.
Ooh, this is getting good.
I got my key points back. I'm good.
Okay,
Juicy.
so here, listen. So Gilly does know that Morgan was really mad at him for something regarding me after the concert.
Yeah.
So that'll probably click after.
Well, you're about
'Cause
to
I
be
didn't know
you're
what.
about to be outside of the memory and watch it happen in real
Right,
time.
right.
Yeah.
But that's my
Watch
point.
it-
Like
yeah.
I didn't know why she was so mad at
And you're
Glitch.
like, You're like, I've been doing this for a couple months. That's charm magic.
Yeah. Oh.
This is what I've been doing to people.
So we've short rested.
Short
You
rest.
successfully completed a short rest.
I'm gonna use arcane
I'll
recovery.
sing a song of rest,
Okay.
Huzzah.
and I'll talk at people for another. Oh, 6.
There you go.
Wait. Yeah, it is a D6. I rolled a 6. It's different than my. Yeah. Okay.
I'm picturing her song of rest like, my anaconda don't.
What else you got?
I'm
trying to play the violin with it.
We did just fight snakes, so maybe that is it.
Snake, no.
So you're able to successfully complete a short rest. You're inside Justice's.
So if you're spending hit dice, you get an extra 6
Okay.
hit points worth.
Perfect.
Do we get those 10 hit points back? or is it-
17.
Yes.
She gives an inspiring speech.
Yep.
I should make her do 10 minutes in real time every time.
You should.
That's the content people want.
That's what people want.
Yeah.
Say,
You know
type-
what it would be. It would just be me singing for 10 minutes.
Say yes in chat if you want 10-minute speeches every time she uses the feat.
I mean, I'll do it.
No, that's not.
Don't listen. I'll win this game of chicken.
If I have any time at all, I will just briefly just wander around my memory palace since this is the longest I've been in it.
Yeah.
Not looking for anything particular, just trying to familiarize myself
Do you have
with
any
it.
questions about your memory?
I mean, it's complete now. I'd like to go back to. I would like to go back to my birth, if I can see it.
Sure. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Matthew, look at what you started.
I know. Dan said no, so we can't.
It's not Dan though. I think it's still Knox.
Oh.
It's only 6.
So this is a memory that unfortunately no one remembers their birth. So you step forward and you're just like,
I think.
there's just this. I will say the only thing you get is there's this massive kind of like machine-like sound that irradiates from the door, and you're like, oh, that's a no-go. Click. Well, Knox said no, so we can't.
I guess that will have to be something to be explored another time.
So, you all complete your short rest, and you think onward to the night before the stream started, when this was just a little game we played that we thought we might stream someday, to a party where the Grand Duke of Midrim was assassinated, Thornorian. See how many notes? You enter it. Take the lovely people into this scene. What was this night?
I was fighting a tiefling and a gnome.
Yes.
So I wasn't there.
No.
Angela Creighton was there. Axel Creighton was there. The Grand Duke Thornorian was there. The Duke of Narshley and was there, but his wife was absent.
She's busy.
Morgan was there and Glitch was there, along with their entourage, which included my siblings, Corin and Corwin Ashay. The Countess and Viscount of Avamere were both there. Beverly, the elven now we know is an assassin, a void-empowered assassin, who flirts occasionally with Civilius. He was there. Maiza Mayor, who was the Gold Dragon.
Cragman.
She was there. The Gold Dragon of Cragman she was there in human form. And at the time I wrote these notes, you were somebody of import, so I wrote you down too. Sibelius.
I still am.
So when the music started, actually, two of you dipped away to hunt down
Biggledoo, so I can get my zip zap dagger.
That's right.
Which,
That's why
if we
we
know
were here.
anything about being in another plane, I'm gonna go get a second one here in a second.
That's
I'm gonna put them together.
now kiss. You fucking disintegrator.
I'm all powerful.
102 points of damage.
Yeah.
He's just there. And
Listen, I
yeah,
don't have anything to help you with disintegrate.
Biggledoo the assassin.
But yes, and we were in the Hall of Invention.
Yeah. And so you see Glitch step forward and put on a performance, and you see the moment he starts, you start to see the crowd turn in this memory. You see everyone is just ensorcelled by him. You see pop, 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 everyone except for Civilius. And Morgan follows up that performance as well. Pop, 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 pop. And everyone is just ensorcelled. And you see, just as everyone gets ensorcelled by Morgan, Beverly, with that void dagger, just stabbing the Grand Duke of Midrim again and again and again. And you see everyone just pop and turn on him. But his mislead has already went off and he is gone. And you see the invisible form of Beverly move away. And you see that Sevilius was not charmed.
We're just enjoying the music.
You see him kind of like look around. I remember you rolled really low on your deception.
Yeah.
And you just see him like...
Well, look, it matters.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a 10 on deception.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. And you see the Grand Duke of Midrim go down. Everyone scatter and scream. And there's like an explosion in the distance. There's fire in the keep. And you see the way you were that night.
Yep. That was you too.
You all...
Pretty
It's
much
like
set
crazy.
fire to every castle we've been in.
That was a crazy session.
It was. And you see Gilly there. What do you all wish to do?
So what did he tell us to do to...
Enter her mind, like
So,
use Gilly.
do we need to encircle Gilly and, I don't know, believe?
So far, it's just, once you're in the dreamscape, it's just been like diving and traveling.
Alright, I guess we dive into Gilly somehow.
The version of Gilly that is here, yes?
You
Correct.
just-
The version.
You just did nothing?
I mean, it was charmed.
No one believes you.
Not a soul here believes that.
I mean,
You just sat there and did nothing.
it
It's a
seemed
big-
like him and Morgan were working together. We seemed to be on Morgan's side at the time, so I'll let things play out. There's not much we can do. I mean,
Do you know how many people are dead? Because you just sat there.
Would you not...
I mean, I had no idea what would happen.
Good. I would propose that since we are in this dreamscape trying to rescue Glitch at this moment, maybe we put a pin in this specific topic until we're back in the material plane. I would not like to sow discord in the group before we complete our objective, especially if we will be facing off against the King of Nightmares. I'm not saying not to address the topic, I'm just saying perhaps not this very moment.
If I remember correctly, we're all about to leave here.
Correct.
And go into your memories.
What,
Deeper.
in the memory, we were about to leave.
Shit's fucking.
Yeah.
Actually, Gilly made a hut.
When?
Now, after
Okay.
the assassination and everything, Gilly made a hut.
And
We
you
stayed here
and you
for a
went to-
little while.
Yeah, for a few minutes, and then you went to the back room.
Um, so Glitch charmed me then. That's cool. That's cool. Cool.
He didn't know you.
No, I know. And he was doing what Morgan wanted, more or less.
I mean, at this point, I guess it's up to you whether
She
we...
had an agreement with Beverly. Sorry, you were saying?
knowing that, it's up to you if you want to keep going or just leave him.
I'm not going to leave him.
Very well.
Not like...
Are we done?
There's a difference between going through life and leaving a wake behind you and not caring about it. And caring about it. And wanting to do something about it. And I believe that Glitch wants to do something about it. And I'm not just going to leave him in the state that he's in. So let's go.
Perfect.
remember why I picked up my phone. Oh, that's right.
To tune into Legends of Adventure.
Yeah, I was gonna watch something else. No, I was actually. Hey, I love them, and I don't need your approval. No, I know what I was doing.
I know who his +1 will be.
Nikki.
The whole crew.
It's
Yeah,
the entire
I just write LOA.
channel.
Yeah.
Perfect.
One.
One.
It's one channel.
It's perfect. Yeah, it's
Oh, Papa Bear will not be happy.
That's true. That's true. Okay. So how do you just like dive at her? What do you do? What
We're following Gilly.
do you do, Gilly?
Let me get this straight. We have to go inside my own head.
Mm-hmm.
In a hope that you don't have altered memories and we have to go fix your books too. Or boxes or sheets of papers or whatever you've got in there.
When we did this before, it's a lot of sheet music, I won't lie. When we did this before, there was a magic circle and a dream spell, but we're already in a dream.
Mm-hmm. You're already
So
in the
we
dream
already have the... I'm just going to, I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to say, so if we have to get inside my head, I guess we just, and I sit here and I kind of scratch and I like look around for a minute and then I like cave in on myself.
Go inside out, so we're in her head.
Sure.
And and I guess one of the only things that I've seen recently is what looks like a black hole. So it's more or less what happens.
Roll a charisma saving throw.
Oh no. Oh no.
Just Gilly Ray.
It's so good. It's so good. 29.
Nice.
So you go, and she just appears as a tiny little black hole.
We probably could have just touched
It's like
the
blue
other
and
one.
icy though.
Oh, alright.
So some of you touch the other Gilly, some of you touch the black hole, and you all. Gilly, they land your happiest memory. One of your happiest memories. What is it? Thank you, RP Jesus. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr.
Lord
Lee.
Jesus, for the bits.
It's awesome.
you.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Oh no. Why are you doing this to me?
It's a simple question.
Oh, it's where we're landing. It's probably, it's probably in grade school? Maybe a little. Yeah, probably about grade school. And, I was still an only child at that point, right?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah. Because the first adoptee wasn't until a bit later, I believe. Or no. It was probably right about when I got the news they were going to adopt. How about that?
Sure. Works for me.
I had a great day at school, and I came home and had this nice dinner, and me mom and me ma told me that I was getting a sibling.
Okay. So you were at the kind of dinner table there in O'Shea Manor in Bridgeton. You look around.
We had those s'mores that night, and hot cocoa, and
It's a beautiful memory.
yeah.
You look around. It's definitely one of your happier memories. You look over the mirror, and it just kind of melts away. Slithers away.
Ugh.
Catch that mirror.
A door opens. No.
It's just my computer again.
And a door opens for you to enter. Where the mirror was.
I guess we go through this door?
I'm assuming so if this didn't happen in your memory.
Nope.
Before.
Nope, this is not a thing. I mean, my mom has done a lot of crazy stuff in this house to make it protect us
but not melted mirror.
Slither
I
mirror.
don't know anything about a Slytherin mirror with a door behind it. This is new.
Perfect.
The room you enter contains one of your greatest regrets. What is it?
That very first person, the very first fight that we were all in together.
Yeah.
That train fight.
Yeah.
Where my magic ended up assisting in killing someone. Did I get the killing blow? I can't remember.
You cast Dissonant Whispers, they ran away, Selena decapitated them.
Right. That.
So even before the stream, in that first train battle, you see the Elven Bandits, members of the Heathens Collective, and as a matter of fact, charge at you all as the Viscount of Atinia lays waste to them with a cone of cold, and you cast your Dissonant Whispers, and that person cutting tail from her sleeve, Selena pulls out a scimitar and just decapitates the guy.
Very first kill I was a part of, and I don't have that spell anymore because I traded that out for things that are not as lethal.
Wow.
You see from the body of this bandit, this thing that attacked you, kind of kicks up,
No.
and from it there's just these kind of little spiderlings, nightmare spiderlings that spill away.
The actuality's leaking.
And the body just kind of molds into the ground, and as it does, it gives out the bottom of the train. And there's a void to fall into, an abyss, I should say.
Oh. This is really weird. Do we just go places? Just go do the things?
I guess I'm not sure what other path there is.
Can I fly around still?
You cannot. Actually, make me a wisdom saving throw. Let's see if you can.
That's not going to go well. Let's just say that I can't, because that's cocked.
Could get an edge.
6!
So you're like, you can't fly. You can see the light is darker around you. You seem to be in more nightmarish realm.
I'm going to start singing a counter charm.
Sure.
And then I guess we're going to go through this? Yes? No?
Yeah.
This is uncharted territory for me. I can go first if that is what is required.
Sweet dreams are made of this.
You're having counter charm. You dive in.
Yep.
I follow.
Fade to darkness, fade to darkness. Fade to darkness, fade to darkness. There's the four of you falling.
This is trippy as fuck. Are we gonna find Freddy Krueger?
Not it. Well, the King of Nightmares.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Except he's gonna be a bunch more fabulous.
you land in a stone mansion. Before you, you see a chained and bound, kind of large stone creature with empty eye sockets that just have these spinning magical orbs. This rock-like creature has blue, icy skin and is bound by chains that writhe and squirm around his form. He's on his knees and his face is just pointed forward, and they seem to be staring at you, but they're just looking straight past you. In between you and that large rock creature, there's a man with a large, what do you call those tri-hats? The pirate-like hats.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's like a trifold.
Captain hats.
Yeah, pirate captain hat. That is a rich purple and dark black. And this man has a very pale face with kind of
Tricorn.
tricorn.
Tricorner, that's it.
With a spirally kind of goatee that juts out. Mustache, a prominent mustache. He wears black and purple, nice outfit, officer's uniform. He has a rapier on one side. One of his hands is a kind of a twisted claw. You're here. So glad you found my humble abode. You can see you're basically back in Dupla's mansion, but in the nightmare version of it.
Do we see the other two?
The other two? That have ambushed you before? You do not.
Still singing.
Oh, that's a lovely little charm. It's a lovely little counter charm, darling. I do enjoy it so. So, why don't we speak to one another quite plain? Why are you here?
We have come to bargain.
Parlay.
Not the first plea for mercy I've heard.
Mercy's one word.
Hmm.
I'd rather just not stab and ask questions later when I can't ask them.
No more fight left in you for the day, I see.
Oh, we have plenty of fat. We just would rather not. I think this can be resolved amicably.
All right. Why don't you tell me what it is you have to offer? But first, you didn't answer my question truthfully. You've come to negotiate, but for what? What is it that I have that you so long for?
In the same tune, not stopping my song, I just answer him that we're here for glitch.
He spins around.
I love that.
That thing! I don't even know where I picked him up. He's more of a trinket, a tchotchke. He's easily forgotten.
And he'll be
not
easily
worth
bargained for.
No, I'm afraid not, because I am very greedy, and I love my little tchotchkes. Worthless to you, immensely valuable to me.
We will cut to the chase. Were you employed by Dupla LaCroix?
Well, you alright there, Liz?
Yeah.
Indeed I was. My services were purchased, my duties rendered, contracts drawn, payments made.
In full?
It's an ongoing affair. She's paid up in advance. I'm not a sucker, not like those idiots in hell.
And, what were the terms in which you obtained him?
She gave me a few secrets, paid me a handsome sum, and allowed me to play with him from time to time.
So that you could keep him here.
Yes. So I kept him, and each time one of you poked your grubby little noses into my domain, I made sure you couldn't get very far. Me and my dear sisters, of course. You've seen many of my faces, many of my forms. As I have many forms. It's interesting, and he kind of looks around, because I imagine you're behind the front line. You are one of us. Yes.
Elaborate?
A fae. Not just any fae. But how do we say it? He steps forward a little. Archfey. Who did you think controlled the dreams and nightmares? We're the only ones who truly dream.
So he's an archfey, yeah?
Yes.
No, sorry, I was asking DM.
Yes.
He's an archfey.
No, this is my voice now.
I mean,
That's how I want to live.
You're just at work
you
and
know what? Just it's fine.
Oh, would you like that
I'm for it,
document
I'm for it.
formatted?
Okay, so he's an archfey. Do I have any idea, because I used to be able to kind of know through the rod that I used to have, who is beholden to, like, whom?
Right.
Do I have any idea who his affiliation is with?
Go ahead and roll. Roll in whatever history, religion, whatever you're best at. Arcana. I think
Well,
all.
with an int of 10, that's kind of nothing.
Well, I thought you're proficient in one of them.
Yeah, I am. I'm proficient in history and
Let's roll a
Arcana. So
deception check. That's cool. This guy's
17 is good. So total of 21.
Yeah, you're 99% certain you do not outrank him, but you
Right.
know, based on your histories and that class you took in college and everything you've learned from the old religion, you have some sort of station that is close to his, but you're a couple rungs down because he's a king, and you are you're a lady of the mountain and mist, so you're just beneath a baroness. You're quite a few rungs down, but you are an archfey. You are emerging as an archfey. You have some kind of station to request something of him. You're just not quite sure what it is. But yeah, you're closer to being equals than anyone else in the room in his eyes.
Right. So maybe we can talk on our terms.
Yes, on our terms.
I just slowly put my rocks back into my bag.
Rocks again.
That's a deep cut.
Trying to get paid creatures rocks.
Damn, that's a pull. What episode was that? Hag gifts? Haggard gifts.
Haggard.
It was only like
This is the
7 or 8
30s.
episodes ago, so only a couple
Lots
of
happened.
months. Yeah, lots happened.
It's been months.
So for the people that don't remember, I felt bad for a turtle that came through, and I bought some rocks from him, and we had to bargain with the hags, and I don't have anything to give away. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a soldier. I carry light, so I don't have anything to give away that's worth anything. So he said tchotchkes, and so that's what got me.
You got out
Nice,
some
I like
rocks.
that.
Tchotchkes, so I was gonna pull the rocks back out, but I'm like, oh.
Amazing.
So, Lady of the Mountain and the Mists, I was told of you. What is
Whom? I'm just curious.
your enemies, of course?
Right. Yeah.
Piss off many people in the courts.
Well, they've pissed off me.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So, what is it that you would like to offer?
What are you looking for?
Hmm,
Idea.
a great many things, to be honest. I'm the king of nightmare, but I once had a queen of dreams. You're not quite my type.
Don't look at me.
Rocks.
Yes, I
Up
put
far
them away.
away.
The current queen of dreams, I believe, lays somewhere in the land of the cold unending.
There it is.
Free her from her icy prison, and the debt will be paid.
Any specifics you can give me on the identity of this queen?
She is merely the queen of dreams, but she is in an ice prison beyond the Forbidden Ford.
From when Mab took over?
It's not a night prison. It's an ice prison. And yes, it's from when Mab took over. But Mab isn't the one who imprisoned her.
King Boreas?
No, the Baroness, the
Oh.
Lady of Winter.
Right, okay. So she was affiliated with and allied with King Boreas.
Yes, of course. She always brought out my better nature.
I just kind of look to these two to see if they gain... Just... See if I get any nods of like, yeah, everything seems on the up and up, or no.
Would you like to roll insight against him?
I'll do.
I've got his
this.
stats.
Yeah, he'll never deceive me. Hold on, I'm rolling the
Fays aren't
cockroach.
really good at lying or
No,
anything.
not at all. I'm gonna see right through him.
Well, I said these two, meaning
19.
these two.
Eat shit,
Natural
loser.
20.
Yeah.
What's the total, Matt? Just
My
give us a-
bonus dad.
His bonus is probably something like 18
It's fine.
or 14 or something.
I'll give her a nod. I believe everything is on the up and up.
Good God.
I've got the insightfulness of teal care.
No, you do not.
The land of the cold unending is not as generous as it could be.
But perhaps with new leadership, it would be.
Yes, but we just sent them reinforcements.
Indeed. And
It'll
and
take her
I will,
time.
and I gesture to Glitch. I'm like, and he is the key to dealing with those reinforcements permanently.
Anyway,
He's not wrong.
we don't need to be having this conversation right now. What we do need to be having a conversation about is so what are the conditions under which that ice prison would be dealt with?
No, it's a prison. Break it with powerful magics. Probably some kind of really strong inferno would do it. Hard to come by in the land of the cold and ending.
Right. What about what would happen if the person who created that prison, will it exist without their existence?
You know, I don't know. I've never killed an archfey. Well, no, I've never killed an archfey. Doesn't happen very often, you know.
Right.
Luckily, we have some experience with that.
Well, stop. Sort of.
Yes, that was riveting to watch.
Oh, great.
I'm just bringing it up, casual.
If you don't feel like being bound to retrieving my queen...
Just getting my options here. Getting the lay of the land. Seeing what we can possibly...
Scratches his
What
beard.
sort of deal we can come to.
Scratches his beard. No, I like the poetry. You want your bow, I want mine. That's the deal.
So, with this arrangement, would you release him now, and we're beholden to do the thing later?
I'll give you 30 of your Earth days to accomplish the task. And I'll release him now.
We need at least double that. Hell is rising.
Roll persuasion.
Let's see if this is a thing. Okay.
I was...
Well, nope, that's not a thing. That's an 11.
I'd like
Come
to
here.
say that, well... You're aware of the stakes that we're up against, yes?
Yes, they're very exciting. Yes. Hell is rising.
So-
Moons are bleeding.
Right. So you realize that might take a bit more in terms of time to gather resources and to actually manage all the fires that are cooking at the moment.
He looks around. I don't care.
And we have to survive that to get your bow. And for that, we need his power.
Shoots you a glance. 60 days is an awful long time.
Perhaps we could split the difference and make it 45.
Not for someone who's immortal. Don't
I
think
mean-
things to do.
How long has she been in prison for?
Every day without the one you love feels like an eternity. Each day you ask me to wait is an eternity more. He pouts.
So how long has she been in prison for?
Many eternities.
Okay. Then what's 60 days?
Kind of clenches that. She's my queen of dreams. You'd ask ask me to wait longer for your convenience.
It's less for convenience and more for if we die, as we put it, then you'll never get it back.
You're attempting to ensure success.
Correct. And it will be potentially less than 60 days because we will not wait till the last day to go rescue her. We will just clean up whatever mess.
Wow.
Roll
to
persuasion
do?
with advantage.
I was going to ask about your help.
Correct. Your charisma's like 4.
I know.
I
like
made
you
the initial
15.
argument. I mean,
I will let you roll persuasion as well, Gilly.
thank you.
We're all trained. That's all right.
I'm going to use luck.
Oh, 30 days, here we come.
No. It's a 19 on the die plus my 14. So, yeah. So eat that.
That's a
Eat that 33.
You got 30.
Eat that 33.
He looks at you. So many more eternities.
We'd like to make it as few as possible. We're just being realistic.
60 days from today.
We will do our best.
On the 60th day.
How does time work there?
Your days.
Okay. How will we know how many days have gone by there, when we're in the land of Cold Landing?
That's for you to figure out. Never been there.
But you're from there?
No.
No? Okay.
Anyway. 60 days from today in your material plane. If you should fail to succeed, and leans forward, I'll take him back forever. No matter the power you gain, you'll never be able to find him. Do we have a deal?
I'd like to amend that deal.
Go
This
for
is
it.
Shark Tank.
Okay, so you give him today. We get 60 days to retrieve your queen. Should we fail, you repossess until we deliver. And then we swap. And no harm shall come to him in that interim.
I will not harm him, and
Your sis...
my son.
Wow, I almost had that voice. And your sisters will also not harm him. This is your queen we're talking about here.
Of course. Fine, that works.
Okay.
Now, go. Be back with my queen. Goodbye.
Are you supposed to sign a contract or something?
That was the contract.
Okay. I didn't know if
Fey
it was
deals
paper.
are usually done
But this
in
time,
words.
he has fiduciary responsibility.
Ah, yes. I
Yes.
see. Splendid.
Right, DM, he had fiduciary
Oh yeah, he
responsibility.
does. In this
I
instance,
was
he
on
does.
the understanding of that. I just wanted to, out of game, make sure. Okay,
So, if
So-
we walk up to Glitch,
You see him kind of shackle. He stands up.
shackle sleeve.
Yep. You can see this kind of intelligence leave his. He's like, waves a hand, and you can see intelligence restored to Glitch's form.
Oh, hey.
And Glitch steps forward. He's like a 1,600-pound solid wall of ice and stone. And he shrinks down to his slender, incredibly beautiful half-elvish form
That's
with
right.
dark hair. Shall we get the fuck out of here?
Let's shall.
Let's shall.
Do you know the way out?
Indeed.
Take my hand.
And you all
We all link
Yep.
hands.
link arms in a circle.
Say, think of... What were we... We're supposed to think of
being back.
him, right? We're
Yeah.
supposed to think of...
Yeah,
I think
or
we're supposed to
Captain
think of
Wood.
England.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
supposed
So
to
you
tap
all-
our heels 3 times.
That's right.
Focus in.
We wish we were home. We
There's
wish we were
there's
home.
No place like Edda.
That's right. There's no place
Edda.
like. Oh.
Matt trying.
It's fine. That does not bother me. I like you guys are having fun. That's all I want. So you all link arms, and as you disappear, he's like, "Oh, by the way, before we met, I kind of sold you down the river," and then you all vanish.
What?
And when you all appear in that stone mansion room, you see there are 2 figures that are just genderless and almost like made of mercury and quicksilver, warforged-like forms.
Yes.
So I never stopped singing my counter charm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna continue singing it.
Okay. 2 of them stand on either side of you all as you gather in this stone room in this rubble. One of them speaks.
Does this look machine-like thing?
These are the things from the sky in the Great Machine.
Shit!
Gilly O'Shea, you are a mistake in a perfect formula. You are an error in an otherwise perfect system. You are a discord in an otherwise continuous harmony. An error which we are about to correct.
My harmonies are quite perfect, thank you very much.
And you see blades of pure force energy erupt from their hands. And that's where we're going to call it the next session.
No, we're going to 1. We're fighting them now. So knock over the camera. Fuck. You did the arch guy.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that was an incredible night.
Oh my
Thank you
god.
all for came around. I hope you all enjoyed that little venture into the dreamland, all the weirdness, and
Yeah.
kind of a shoot, drop into infinity.
How many times have you looked at me and said, how many times have you looked at me and said, I'm a terrible person?
I am.
So we're the only creatures on the planet that don't know about the machine or how to talk to it, because
What's funny is your experiences are very narrow because you're dealing with like the top 0.01% of creation. So it seems like everyone knows about these things and everyone knows, but that's just because of the things you deal with are in the know. But if you ever talk to the commoners like Knife Guy, you go back and talk to Knife Guy, he doesn't know shit.
Thanks, Tima.
Thank you, Miwa. So we are going to
Thank
raid
you.
somebody.
Yeah.
I've been following a lot of different people just because the couple of people we tend to raid kind of log off pretty soon. And as much as I love them, kind of... So what do we think about Welcome Party? Welcome
That's
to
what
the
I was
party.
going to suggest.
Does that sound good to everyone, folks?
Yeah, they're
You
live
were-
right now.
So, thank you for everyone who showed up. It was absolutely phenomenal. I had a great time. Is there anything you wishes to say?
That was crazy shit.
Crazy follow us on our socials and all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
follow
and
on our socials.
I'll have a
subscribe.
rage witch soon.
I
Follow.
won.
Tell your friends. Join our Discord so we can
That's right.
keep growing.
I'm gonna find someone that I can make friends rocks with.
That's right.
Friend rocks.
Glitch is made of rocks.
No, but I need to give my rocks as friendship tokens.
Well, he'd probably like them.
Well, he might. We just saved his ass.
Go show
Just be
welcome to the
nice.
party some love.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Raid.
They're gone.
Dun 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 dun.
We're going out.